Hello, friends. Welcome back to another evening of D&D. We are NotGreatRPG, and we are here tonight for the City of Oshuamp. You will see some stuff on the camera, probably in front of us a little bit, because we're testing having the platform raised up. But that's mostly for us. While you're doing the recap, I'm going to go in there and turn on the text-to-speech
the caption thing.
Yeah, because I forgot to turn that on.
Cool.
Still getting that as part of my routine. But we're back again for some fun, probably. Mm-hmm. It's fun. I enjoy it.
Fun.
It's great. But we'll go around the table real quick and say who we are, and then we will let John get into the recap, and we will do things. So anyway, I am Don, Boosted Gorilla, and I play Ether, Revia, the Grave Domain Cleric, in this one.
I am not Lawrence, and for at least tonight, I play Yalum Lo.
Mm-hmm.
My name's Billy, and I'm playing Buck.
I'm Sarah, and I'm playing Ritora.
And I'm DJ, and I'll be playing Nesgrim.
Very good. And I'm John, the Dungeon Master of the City of Oshuamp. Our last episode, we had a interesting affair in the lower cathedral that exists below the orphanage that we didn't know about. The statue of Sabrina that was behind the blood reservoir quaked against the lid of the podium. Ether and Yalumlo told Buck to take Sister Madeline away from the horrifying scene of the, eviscerated body of her good friend Amber that was totally dead. Totally dead. Ether saw at the back, as he threw an illuminated light, he found another mosaic of the City of Oshuamp as he knew it, that looked as though it was still in an intact mosaic with smoke billowing out from it. Looked as though the city was in its golden age, but it was slashed with 3 enormous gashes through it. Below them, he found the decrepit, rotting, skeletal remains of 6 enormous creatures that he did not know at the time were orcs, but it did eventually find out later. We grabbed some skulls, we grabbed some bones, and we ran the fuck away because the statue was coming to life, and we realized that and ran the fuck away. We got to the antechamber. Don decided to pause and do, ye old ritual, and, the statue got closer, and Yalumlo kept an eye on it. So
You can't blame me for thinking it was an Indiana Jones scenario.
I mean, yeah, if you leave with the body, that the body would be bound to the location, that's...
Yeah, something
Sure.
like that. It would just, melt.
Yeah,
Something.
whatever you thought.
I thought.
It's good that you thought.
Used my thinker.
Used it. Well, we had the infernal script of the signatures of the sisters on the podium below the statue of Sabrina. We saw the name of Woe fade away. We ran up. We sealed the statue of Osador inside of the chapel. We had the horrifying images of Sister Amber through Ether's rituals, her confessing that she had left in the year 8052, which is not the current year, and was terrified when Ether introduced himself as a spirit guide and was like, why am I in need of a spirit guide? I'm just a teenage girl who works part-time in an orphanage. What the fuck's going on? But yeah, Don in his usual creepy way gave her the old spirit guiding. It was great.
Did you say it was a spirit guiding bolt?
It was the guiding bolt. I like that.
Hopefully you're muted so nobody heard that.
Oh, rip.
Nobody was subject to your crimes.
Yeah, back inside of the chapel, Nesgrim eventually came to. Ritora concluded her bear shape. We did some healing. We did some gathering. We decided what we wanted to do. We went up to check on... we permitted Madeline, some of us permitted Madeline to go to bed alone, as she was, covered in the blood of her missing friend from 11 years ago. The usual shit that happens. Sarah's just angrily spamming her. I did not do that.
Is that what you're saying in binary?
Beep, 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 beep. So we...
It's not lighting up.
We went to leave the orphanage, and we saw, as we left, Sister Madeline standing in the snow outside amidst the rubble foundation of one of the burnt homes that exists right south of the orphanage itself. We called out to her, went over to her, and she claimed that Carolyn, her good old friend, was calling to her from beneath the snow. This is the area that we put together is the recollection for the name Grief, as told to us and discerned from the infernal script. Madeline refused to go back to the orphanage, and we had to bait her over towards the pawn man, lying to her and telling her that we would be able to get her some of that delicious tea, which, she was still charmed by, so she acquiesced and followed us along. We bargained with Clark for his protection services for people inside of the city. He accepts their payment in exchange for hiding him in the cellar below his storage room in the back. We then went back to Corin because this was the person that we assumed would be capable of fixing her. And while we were there, we investigated our magical items, finding out some pretty interesting things that we should totally remember for this evening.
I don't think I need to remember mine too
The
much.
bead of nourishment.
Yeah, it's not going to do me
or
much
refreshment.
good. Yeah, it's not going to do me much
You
good right
never
now.
know, dude.
Might be tea involved.
Could
Oh,
be.
great.
So, en route we had some shenanigans. We met the young, angry entertainer guard who serves in Northgard. We met the callous, drunk, ridiculous guy who serves in Westgard during the night. But we made it back to Corin. Told him effectively everything because this is a character that we trust. We saw that Maribel had attempted to redecorate, Corin's horrifying dirt cellar with some slightly pretty-looking rugs and tapestries, but, not still a cellar. You can only polish a turd so much. But that's a thing.
What?
Oh, you looked confused.
It's an actual phrase, believe it or not.
It is. It's weird that it is. So we told Corin about the fate of Amber herself, and then we also told him that we had information about the whereabouts of his long-lost wife, Carolyn, and the fact that Madeline supposedly was calling out to her in the area underneath the burnt home by the orphanage, as Madeline had used her name there specifically, and when he recognized, again, as the party did, the connection between her name and Sister Grief, he asked them to please watch over Maribel and immediately burst out. We successfully rested for the evening. Before that, though, Ether had his visions from the two skulls that, as I said previously, he did discern eventually were orcs because as he utilized his ritualistic abilities, he saw them holding gold coins in their hands, permitting them to fall through them, and once more repeating the phrase, Oshuamp. We rested with the two elves meditating, and about 7-ish hours into their rest, so at approximately 4 o'clock in the morning, Ether and Ritora were startled by the door being suddenly pushed open and the bloody figure of Corin standing in its frame, clutching a deep gash in his chest right near his diaphragm, and he had 3 gash marks in his one cheek. And he announced that they are coming and told them that he is sorry and that he has failed everyone. So we pick up, not here, in the dreams of Yalumlo, and if everyone else would please leave.
Shit! Be right back!
That's why you told us not to get comfortable.
Yeah, don't get comfy.
Chat,
So
please
I
don't
can
type
get
anything
comfy.
from this in the chat. You can react to it, but please don't type anything about it because we obviously will see it when we come back and we don't want to know. Thanks, bye.
Also, I'm leaving my phone.
Same.
Tell me a story, John.
So, amidst your sleep, you are gifted with the typical visions. However, this one to you is quite atypical compared to what you would have previously experienced in your homeland. You see, not from the traditional perspective of the home woods that you grew up in, you see almost this overcast sky extending out forever above you, as though you're laying on your back. You can feel around you this horrifying chill for what feels like it covers your face, but you're unable to direct your gaze outside of what is above you. It's almost as though it is affixed to this. The clouds begin to part. You watch as there are strikes of lightning and booms of thunder. You hear in the distance what sounds like the horrifying, heavy, squishing thuds of boots amidst mud. You hear hundreds of these footprints as though they are stomping in unison, akin to a marching order.
Sure.
So you again still keep your gaze affixed on the sky, unable to move. As you hear these boot steps, you hear what sounds like, in the distance, again echoing, as though far away, you are unable to discern how far, what sounds like an uproarious, in unison, chanting, in a language that you are not familiar with. You would not have heard this language in any of your other states, and you have not heard this language in your time in Oshuamp or in your home woods. Now, as you hear this uproarious chanting, you feel that perpetual chill face still around your face. That perpetual chill around your face. As another strike of lightning suddenly parts the sky, you see this overwhelming mist, white fog, roaring over, as though it consumes the sky above you, and the chill grows deeper. You feel as though you should shudder, but you don't know what should shudder, as though there is this ethereal disconnect between you and what you're seeing. You hear the chanting begin to grow distant and fade, and then you hear calls and horns blaring in the distance, as though an alarm, possibly, but you hear horns echoing, and you are unsure from where they locate. As the fog begins to cloud over the entirety of your vision, you hear once more those curious, different voices that you are unfamiliar with, and then you hear the one word ring out in a gruff voice, shouting, Oshuai Wampu. And you hear the muddy footprints fade away, and the mist, the fog, stretches out from your vision. And then suddenly, slowly fading into vision, as though from the side, as though stretching in from your peripheral, sliding in, you see a horrid, deep, dark forest green face with long white tusks protruding. You can see that the eyes look milky white, as though opaque, as though unable to see. And you can see that surrounding this green, horrifying visage, you see an ethereal blue light emanating out from it as you watch a hand come down, consuming your face, closing you in darkness. And then you will awaken when everyone else is awakening. You guys may return. Thank you. Welcome back, everyone.
So how many of us are still alive?
Oh, you guys are alive.
I killed you in your sleep.
I figured.
As I said, that was the dream state of our good friend Yalumlo. So, Ether and Ritora, you are standing here with the limp figure of Corin in your arms. Buck, Yalumlo, and Nesgrim, you awaken to the sound of the door suddenly crashing against the dirt wall. And you watch, as you begin to come to and start to collect your consciousness, you watch as Ritora and Ether rush towards Corin's figure, holding him up.
Something is horribly wrong
Help.
here.
Okay, hold him there.
Okay, I jump to my feet and I have both my swords out. I'm like,
And I
What?
walk over with lay on hands pull. And I heal him for 5.
Pull that down.
Down?
Yeah. Turn off first and then,
You're done.
and then just, yeah. Oh, perfect.
We're steady on the timer, though.
Okay. It's fine.
So I use lay on hands pull, heal Corin for 5.
Okay, so yeah, you rush over, you lay your hands, and you channel your mystifying, magical, divine energies into this creature. And you watch as he, again, begins to just slightly shake, and a deep breath echoes out. The puff of air kind of striking the two of you at the top of your head. You feel him breathing in your arms.
Does he look more stable?
I mean, slightly, but not well.
Okay.
I'm gonna reach into my bag and pull out my helmet of telepathy
Okay.
and put it on and attempt to read his thoughts.
Okay, so it can read thoughts, or it can communicate thoughts.
For the duration, you could read the thoughts of certain creatures. I can focus my mind on any one creature that you can see within 30 feet of you. If the creature you chose has an intelligence, blah, 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 blah. So I learn the surface thoughts of the creature, what's most on its mind at that moment. As an action, I can shift it to another creature's thoughts or attempt to probe
Cool.
deeper.
So, you probe into the base level of his thoughts, and you see him standing amidst the snow. So as though he is thinking of this moment as he is standing over what looks like the door to a cellar in the framework of the snow-covered home. And then he looks up, and his memories, his visions, flash with a white light and a pale blue illumination. And that is what his surface level of what he is thinking of. He is seeing that particular moment. So in terms of emotional conveyance, you can tell that there is dismay, there is fear.
Okay.
What happened to him?
I am not certain,
Did he say anything?
he
He
has
said they're
not
coming.
said anything.
They're coming.
Yes,
He,
Who's coming?
I don't know.
he said that he failed us and he is sorry, but in his mind, I can see him standing in the snow out by likely the house that he went to.
Can we get him out of here?
I am not sure.
While this is happening, I'm going to move toward the door.
Okay.
Stand near the door and just listen
where
for
is-
whatever.
The
Mary
door is
Bell?
open. Mary Bell is asleep
Okay.
in kind of like the corner of the room, just huddled up in a blanket.
Yeah, I would go to wake her, and I'm also going to summon my sword to my hand.
Very good.
I'm going to probe deeper. If he doesn't want to allow that, he has to make a wisdom saving throw.
17.
Okay. Okay, yep, I can't get anything else then.
Do I hear anything near the door?
So first, are you summoning as a longsword once more?
Yeah.
Okay. So, you guys, still amidst the panic rush of this situation, you kind of feel that same ambient blue ethereal light that you had watched from when you saw the separation around Sister Amber, when Yalumlo's sword glowed when it was inside of her chest.
Okay.
You hurry over Yalumlo and you prepare to you begin to wake Mary Bell. Okay.
I'd like to use Primeval Awareness,
Okay.
which, as an action, you expend one ranger spell slot per minute, 1 minute per level spell slot, blah, 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 to sense whether any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead are present within 1 mile of you or within up to 6 miles in your favored terrain. Mine's mountains. I don't know. We're in the city.
So yeah, we are not technically inside of mountains. A mile, though, is a grand area, so you can tell that there are... could you give me the list again? Aberration, Fae, Fiend, Undead, Celestial?
Aberrations, celestials,
all of them.
dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead.
So, in terms of just not overwhelming you with the abundance of the
All of
other
these
people
things?
in the city.
Oh, I'm getting a lot of background radiation.
Yeah, so if you're going off of the perspective of like radar or something like that, you would feel
Just blips all over the place.
all around you.
This town is so fucked up.
I will also tell you that in perspective of their relation near you, you can detect some mild wisps of relation to Fae. They are not genuine Fae, but they are Fae-born. You can detect Celestial as well. And then
Like
obviously...
pure celestial?
not pure Celestial. Again, similar
Okay,
Celestial-born as though somewhere along the lines in the hereditary.
I don't know what
So
that...
I would, say, weaker signal,
All
if
right.
you want to put it in that perspective. But I don't want to, say, no, none of the people that kind of have this blood, they're off limits. They're not off limits to that kind of effect. And then, obviously, you detect undead from Corin himself. From nearby, you do not detect anything, but you hear, at the height of the steps, what sounds like footprints. Well, not footprints, but you sound footsteps at the second door on the height
Okay.
above you.
Everyone? Or just...
Status update. Here's what's going on. And I
I
relay
would
all
say
that.
you would all kind of hear them, because again, you would hear the crunching of the snow as it parts
okay.
and separates.
Right.
And you would hear people pausing at the upper door.
Okay.
Did he leave it open?
The upper door? No, the door
It's
frame
closed.
that is right
That one's-
behind him
yeah.
is still open, because he is still standing in this door frame.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to turn into the door frame and just watch and see if...
Why
while
don't you
y'all...
close the door?
Well, because our door is broken off the hinges, correct?
Oh, I thought you just...
He just opened
He didn't break it.
aggressively.
He,
Okay, all right.
smashed it against. It's not broken, but not the best shape, but
Can-
I will say not broken.
Can we
no.
put him down?
Can we get him into the corner of the room?
Yeah.
Put him where I was, yes. And I'm now knowing the door's not broken. I'm
Maybe
going to close
don't
it.
put him in there. I am not certain what effects that will have on him. That is a very
Fair point.
specific spot.
Is there a bed? Is there a bed in this room?
It's not. There's not a bed. There is the casket filled with skulls, and then there is the slight depression in the other corner of the room. That is where Nesgrim had slept the prior night.
I think that might be the only place.
I think that's his bed.
Okay.
I don't know.
As you are standing here in the area, in the small cracks where the timber meets of the upper door and below the base, you see this trickling black fog begin to creep through and slowly slide down the steps.
Close the fucking door.
I closed the door
What's going on?
There's black fog
and then
upstairs.
kicked dirt in front of the opening at the bottom.
Black fog.
So you
Are we in the dark right now?
You guys know, I would assume somebody has some kind of ambient torch that they would have lit.
I'll cast light
You
on my
guys
shield.
would not have sat in
someone
the
has
dark
something.
all night.
I have light cantrip.
Okay.
I'll say I cast
I
it on my shield.
have a moon touch short sword.
Yeah, I was
It
gonna-
That as well.
glows. That's
That
all
as
it does.
It's also a sword.
It's very helpful.
Yeah.
Can
It's
we
a perfectly
get him
good
into
short
the corner
sword.
of the room,
But it
please?
also
There is
glows.
something I must do.
We were moving him towards the corner of the room.
So you at the corner with the depression in the dirt? Or the
that-
corner where Marybelle is asleep and Yalumlo is waking her up? There is
Which-
also the front right corner,
Is
which
this-
is only about 10 feet away from the door.
Is this the room that we're in here?
Uh-huh.
I think
Right,
should we put him over
so-
here?
Where am I at?
You would be in the back corner by the table, because that
I'd
is
be
where
back here.
Marybelle would be.
Somebody's gonna have to reach for me.
The two of you
here's
were
me.
at the door with him.
Thank you.
You were also.
I was at the door, yeah. Yep.
Can we put him over here?
That's nothing. That's the wall.
That way.
But what's behind?
Like not behind the wall. Like
Yeah,
I'm,
I know.
I'm
So I
very
figured
small.
we'll
Please.
use Brina for Marybelle,
Sure.
and then we'll use that spooky man for Corin.
Great.
Of course.
We love Spooky Man.
Yes, we do.
There you go.
So now
Please don't kill
Marybelle's
him.
over by me.
I mean,
Oh, right. Sorry. Yep. All right. So he's currently right there.
Yeah. Can we put him over here?
Yes, someone will need to move him. I am certainly not strong enough.
I mean, I'm also holding him.
So, as you're closing the door, you're the one closing the door, correct?
Yes.
You see the black fog. It looks pervasive, as though it occupies the space from the ceiling to the steps. Not in like a cubic space, but it looks as though rolling clouds slowly descend the stairs.
Like incense falling. Okay. Like
And
incense smoke falling.
Is there like a
Correct.
landing?
Right at where the steps would conclude for the door frame here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Like a small 5-foot flat space and then door.
Okay, I'm gonna lay a rope in a circle right there.
Okay,
On the
so
landing.
if you're gonna do that, that will prevent him from closing the door. So you would have to lay you're talking about on the landing in front, correct?
Like here.
Yeah. No, not in front. Inside.
Inside the
On
door.
the
On
inside.
the
of the door.
inside of the door. Okay.
I was
so-
saying at the bottom of the stairs.
Sure.
Yeah.
So then you lay the rope right in a circle on the inside of the first step in for the door. Where
Yes.
is everyone else standing?
And we're moving Corin over here, right?
So in this time frame, have I been able to wake Maribel?
Yes, you've been able to wake Mary Bell, and she just kind of looks startled, uncertain as to what is remotely going on.
I need you to get as far out of the way of the door as you can.
I could hide here in the corner behind the table.
Perhaps.
I'm gonna cast snare, like officially.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
on the rope, sure.
So she's
Hiding
Nobody
underneath the
step
table.
here.
Sure, so I'll say that she's, obscured / has partial cover if it comes to that.
And I'm gonna step to just right inside of the door.
Okay.
2-3 feet away from the door frame. Enough
Okay.
where I have time to back up if something comes through.
Very good.
I need. Please move him.
Oh, yes,
Both
please.
of us are holding him.
Oh yeah, I'll help.
I mean, I cannot. I am very weak. Cannot move a
I'm
large
Let's have
man.
the elves
Also pretty
carry the
weak.
guy.
is he like even remotely conscious?
I mean, he has very labored, beleaguered breathing.
Enough that he would be able to like help
He would
pick himself
stumble
up.
along with whoever
Okay.
leads him along.
Yeah, we will put him over here.
Now, as you are in the process of moving him and laying him on the ground, still through the small cracks, because this door is obviously not a fully sealed space, darkness begins to pour through the door into the area of the 5-foot space right in front of it. So the door and its area disappears from your sight.
Oh God.
Even for the people who have dark vision,
I
you are
back up.
unable to see through this pervasive dark mist as it begins to penetrate through the door.
I back up.
I'm gonna cast Fairy Fire.
Where?
It's a 20-foot cube.
Okay.
Whoa.
So, each object in a 20-foot cube within range is outlined in blue, green, or in a color. We'll go with the blue. We'll go with a light. No, that's the color. Pink. It's
Okay.
gonna be pink.
Very good.
This is a little unsettling.
Any creature is outlined in light if it fails a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. So, your fairy fire, as you cast this spell and attempt to bathe the door in light, you watch as the pink energy slides out from your extended palm and touches the face of this mist and disperses. Fairy fire is a first level spell, correct? Or second level.
First level.
Yeah, it disperses. Fuck. And you hear the door begin to open,
I back up to Retora.
and you see darkness rolling in, extending another 5-ish feet, filling that first line as though it licks against the edge of the casket.
Do we hear anything?
Can you move me over?
Hear anything? You hear
Yeah.
slight footsteps, and you hear the door opening. So you know that something has definitively opened this door.
sword and shield.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
got-
pull out my quarterstaff and cast
Anyone
Shillelagh.
else with item interactions or spells to begin here as this 6 seconds of vacuous space passes?
My shield's out.
Yes. Go ahead.
I'm actually, I'm gonna cast Bark Skin on myself.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Protection from Good and Evil on Retora.
Okay.
And
Anyone else? This is 6 seconds, so obviously if you have a bonus action, I will permit you that.
I'll.
Searing Smite.
On yourself?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm gonna bend down to the figure of Corin and close my eyes and utter an incantation and cast Sanctuary to ward him.
On Corin?
Yes.
Okay.
To ward
So
him
for
from
any
attack.
of you that have casted spells, roll your burnout dice.
Oh crap!
I rolled
I
2.
cast 2 of them.
Yes, safe. Whew.
That's a D12.
D12.
Okay,
Well-
7,
9 or 6 and 12.
So you're fine.
4. All right.
Fine.
12 for the first one, 3 for the second one.
Okay.
And you said we can use a bonus action.
If you have a bonus action spell, yes.
Sir. Oh,
Stop
please.
that. I don't
Oh, man.
Tell me what I can do, please.
This one's gonna be fun.
I can use wild shape as a bonus action, right? Or is that
As a moon druid, yes.
as a moon druid? Jeez.
Do you
Turn
wanna-
into a blue
do you
whale.
Think about what you're transitioning into, like what you're
Will
transforming
you
into.
give me that?
I'll give you that as I'm
Yeah.
describing other things.
Yes.
Does that affect Protection from Good and Evil?
No, it will carry over to her new form.
Cool.
Now, final opportunity. Any other thoughts or intentions in this 6 seconds of vacuous space?
I cast Light on my shield.
Okay. Yeah, your light strikes that force and does not go through it.
Okay.
Anything, Yalumlo?
No, I don't think I have anything.
Okay. Now, as you all recite your incantations and prepare yourselves, and this darkness continues to roll in, from within it, as though permeating out, you see what looks like these two half-circle, ethereal, like bluish and red, so like part blue, and then as it extends outward it becomes red. Half circles permeating out like hip height, as though standing inside of this darkness. And then everything goes quiet, and you feel what could be a pin drop, as though all you hear are the noises inside of your own heads. Roll initiative.
Oh, I'm terrified.
So did it step in the snare?
It's not inside yet. It is
Okay,
right
gotcha.
outside. It is still
'Cause
in
I
the
was
door
like-
frame.
Oh man.
All right.
9.
I'm just going to use big paper because I'm going to need it. Sarah,
There. So I'm gonna.
you became a bear.
Yeah. Again, brown bear.
standard.
It's white. And I rolled I have 19 for initiative.
Okay. DJ,
15.
Lawrence,
8.
Don.
19.
This music is killing me right now.
Okay. Now, Don and Sarah, you both rolled 19s. Would you like to discern which of the two of you would rather go first, or would you rather heads up roll?
You can go first.
I guess I'm going first.
Okay. All you see is darkness, and amidst this darkness in the space that looks like it is where the doorframe was, you see these pale lights kind of permeating out, as though they look as though they're shaking and vibrating, as though whatever it is holding these half circles that form around its hands. You know, that kind of half-moon curvature. It looks quite sharp.
Interesting weapon.
So they're in the door frame.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I should have grabbed the bear.
Here, I'll grab you one.
Thanks. I would like to get.
Do we
I know about Buck's snare,
with comic?
right?
Yes,
yeah,
you
I
do.
told everybody.
Okay. So I'm going to. It's a 5 foot.
It's just that one square.
I would like to get right here,
Okay.
Gotcha.
and it's still too far away from me to melee attack.
Correct. As you step there, your face would be right at the threshold of the darkness.
Your bare face.
Your bare face.
Your white, brown bare face.
Correct.
This is taking up way too much space. I'm
Bear
standing.
That's her
versus
actual
darkness.
space, though, now.
Well, if I'm standing.
Oh, on 2 legs? Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't make that much of a difference. I guess I'm taking up 2 spaces. I'm a large creature, so. I'm going to stand there, putting myself between this space and
Your friends
my
behind
friends behind me. And I am going to.
Oh, you don't know where it is yet, Don.
I'm gonna ready my attack for when it's comes within melee range of me.
Good. Okay.
And that's. Do I have to say what kind of attack that is?
No.
Okay,
Yep. You're good.
that's it. Oh, I have to roll my hit points for the bear.
Go ahead, Don.
Can't you take the average?
Could take the average, but it could be so much better.
That blew up in your face last time.
I'll take the average for the bear. Things are
I
tense right now.
will bonus action spiritual weapon.
Can you read the components for that spell?
It's vocal and
You can't speak.
oh, okay, great.
As you open your mouth and
fuck.
attempt to vocalize words, you realize nothing comes out.
That's fine.
What?
Do we see him attempt to speak?
I mean, you would be in the area, sure. I would say that, like, you kind of watch as Ether steps forward, begins to do something, and no words come out of his gaping mouth.
You okay?
You can't speak
Yeah.
either.
That's where I figured it was going.
Yep. Yeah.
Good thing we got a couple of mind readers.
Anything, Don?
Shouldn't have used Searing Smite. I should have used Divine Smite.
Lots of regret in this room.
Oh, there's so much stress sweat going on right now.
I will attempt to, move my hands to make this incantation and realize that I can't because I can't speak. And I will just look over horrified as Buck looks to me and tries to speak and nothing happens.
Yeah.
And I just pull out from my bag one of my bone daggers and just hurl it into the mist.
Okay, make an attack roll with disadvantage.
That is a 9.
So you watch as your dagger from your hand flies out silently, strikes the mist,
Or 10, I'm sorry, but I don't think it matters.
and immediately vanishes from your sight, and you hear nothing, as though unable to determine if it even connects with anything.
Wait, so we heard the door open, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Talking is really important.
Very.
Well, that's me.
Good thing I'm a bear.
Okay. DJ, you're actually next.
I sure am. Okay, so I can't use any spells because they're all verbal.
All of them?
All of them.
Preparation, Sarah.
Divine.
Take it seriously.
Divine Smite would cancel my Searing Smite, correct?
No, Divine Smite is something you pop when you hit.
Okay, so I can use both of them. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm gonna move forward and
Enter the dark.
No, what?
not enter it. Definitely
There's a
not
snare
enter
there
it.
at the very least.
Definitely not enter it. So what at this point? What do I see? Do I still just see those two
So
red and blue
that
semicircles?
entire front, like the 3 spaces right in front, stretching in that direction, are all covered in darkness. You see the darkness licking against the edge of the casket here,
Right.
but part of even the casket looks as though it is being covered in this rolling darkness.
Okay. And I still see the two red and blue semicircles in the center of it.
Correct. Still shaking and vibrating.
Okay. Nothing else in the room, just that.
I mean, yeah, you see
Okay.
your friends.
All right, I'm gonna walk forward and swing my longsword towards the center between the two semicircles,
Okay.
straight down that middle there. Yep.
Swing your longsword into it.
Oh, thank God. It's not gonna do anything, I'm sure. But that's a 22 to hit.
So you watch as your long sword, where your hands meet the protective covering for the blade. You watch as the blade slices into the darkness, disappearing from your sight, and you feel it go through like butter and contact nothing.
As thick as butter?
No effect from my smite either.
Are we fighting an ooze?
And now that I've hit Divine Smite as well, no effect from that either.
No, you didn't hit anything.
Okay.
It went through the darkness.
I'm gonna pull my sword back and step 10 feet away and just violently shake my head. Just violently shake my head. And then that will be my turn.
Fantastic. Now, as you step away from the darkness and effectively cower in the back of the room with your friends, just
Say cower.
You said it with your eyes.
yeah, you really did. But you didn't
You actually couldn't say cower.
It's true. It's very true. I couldn't.
The ethereal lights that you see permeating through is the only source of light that for some reason feels as though it stretches out from this darkness. You watch as it looks as though it begins to move forward.
Okay.
And the darkness creeps in another layer.
All right.
Oh no.
And Sarah, welcome to the dark. So, you're a bear.
I'm a bear.
Does bear have dark vision?
No. But bear has advantage on wisdom checks that rely on smell.
On smell?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I will permit you to make a perception check to smell something as this darkness comes closer into your area.
Come on, Nat 20.
You have advantage.
You have advantage. It's perception?
Mm-hmm.
18.
18.
Yes.
This overwhelmingly sweet ambrosia strikes you. Now you see nothing. Even the red and blue lights are
Gone.
Not gone, but they look distorted now that you're right here. Almost as though fragmented and created. And then, suddenly, the darkness feels as though it whooshes by you. And I will use my bonus action and teleport next to Ritora
Does that...
into a space of darkness.
No.
Up more.
I was ready...
Is there someone in, like, where her face is, where you have the die stack?
Right, the die are where the darkness
that's
is.
where the
Yes.
darkness is. Yeah, I'm just...
And now the darkness is in here.
Oh no.
So,
my action was ready.
How's my
until they
moon
were
touch
within
sword
melee
doing?
range of me. So can I...
you
make
may
that
swipe
attack?
at this thing. So, dark vision?
The thing that you and I discussed. Yeah.
Correct. Dark vision.
Dark vision.
Dark vision. No and no. So,
Not as a bear, but
correct.
normally, yes.
Yeah, sorry, never mind.
Okay. So, the two of you that have dark vision, traditional, you see what looks like a man wisp out of smoke and suddenly appear right in the face. You see Ritora, still again grayed now, outlined. You see in your beautiful colors. But you see this man kind of appear out of vapid smoke, stand near Ritora. Ritora
I get...
Swipes.
I have multi-attack, so... I guess I'll do two claw attacks. First one is a 20
20
to
hits.
hit. And I'll roll the second one too. Is going to be a 17 to hit.
17 does not hit.
All right, that's some good data.
Roll your
Okay.
damage.
So
Oh, no.
10 points of slashing damage.
Okay. So you, as this figure appears, kind of, emerging from what looks like bundles of smoke recoiling, you panic and swipe with both claws feverishly at this creature. Actually, since you don't have dark vision, you should be making these attacks with disadvantage because you are effectively blinded. Please make one more roll, and we will see whether or not that one attack would actually hit. As a bear, your grayed form swipes at this man, and you feel the extents of your claws kind of swipe through the vacuous space of what you thought should have been his side, part through smoke and darkness.
Did the darkness moved with him as well, right? Okay. Okay.
And you guys are all in that back area?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm over here.
Okay. So, now that you have made your readied action attack, it is my turn.
So did it skip the space with the snare?
So the snare's still active.
You guys don't know that. You would assume something would happen because it moved through the area of where the snare should have been.
Didn't you say it appeared?
Yeah.
Then we would know it didn't.
So, from my perspective, the darkness would have just
Oh, so like
suddenly...
the darkness goes like this, and then he... Whoop.
Right.
Yes,
Gotcha.
because the
The
darkness,
darkness
is...
moved in further, and then it was right in front of Ritora.
Correct.
Okay.
Presumably, because it's standing on its feet and interacting with her, probably didn't step through the snare.
So I activated protection from good and evil before we started. I didn't take a bonus action on my turn. So is it safe to assume that I continued concentrating on that, or do I lose it?
Oh, you had wanted to cast Searing Smite, so those are two competing concentration spells.
So I lost concentration. Okay.
So, Sarah, as a bear,
Yes.
do a 17 and 25 hit.
Are you kidding me?
Can I use protection to impose disadvantage as my reaction?
Are you within 5 feet
I should
of
be.
her
I
You're
should
not.
be.
You backed up.
into
Yeah,
that
you
corner?
went into the
You
back
went
corner.
10 feet back.
10 feet back from the
You
door.
abandoned
You
Ritora.
specifically said that.
10 feet.
10 feet back. 10 feet back from the door. So
You
it'd
were
been-
you were
You were
here
not
because
at
the
the door.
magic
Yeah.
was there. You backed up 10 feet.
right.
Which
Okay,
puts you
so I'd
there.
be all the way. Damn.
Yep.
Well, I tried.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
both
those
of
hit?
those hit. Both of those hit. Even with my stupid
Bark
bark
skin?
skin. Glad it worked.
I mean,
Do you want to try, John?
I'm good, thank you.
He's rolling too many dice.
It's 2
Can't,
attacks.
can't be contained.
For the first one. So, again, the ones that are here and have the capacity to see what is happening, you watch as this shadowy figure just kind of a hand appears out of the smoke as though like a magician through a sleeve. And you watch as with it this shining, brilliant silver blade protrudes. So again, it is a half circle, and on the edges of the blade, you see what look like small, billowing smoke like blades extend out. So in sections of 3. So 3, 3, and 3. And this figure just slashes. You said you were standing on hind legs.
Yeah.
Just slashes towards the chest and stomach of Ritora. You watch as it makes connection with her skin. This horrifying, blinding, white, searing light burst from the areas where it strikes your chest for 15 slashing and 4 radiant damage.
Oh.
Can I see when that happens?
The
flash?
So you are inside of the darkness as well. So yes, you would see the flash. So you would just see this creature's arm, suddenly strike through, and you see all of you as this light briefly illuminates him. This man with a white robe, hood, what looks like, again, you would be able to discern it's white because inside of your dark vision, this would look extremely light in the grayed out visage that you would possess.
Is this me as well from the...
Yes, from the light as
Okay.
well. So you can see that this figure is indeed right in front of you. And then... No, I use my bonus action. Make a Constitution saving throw.
You're good at those as a bear,
is that,
right?
Is that the bear con?
Yes. Con is one of the attributes that you possess for
As a
the
bear.
creature as a bear.
That's nice, because the bear's con is better than mine.
Oh no!
What'd you roll, Sarah? A natural 1.
No. Oh, Jesus.
Rip Ritora.
So you
Just the bear
feel as these blades slash into you horizontally, and the hand feels as though it stops and shakes against your chest and vibrates against your belly and then presses into you. And you are stunned for 2 turns instead of 1.
Ooh.
Because of the... No.
Fuck.
We did announce that.
Fuck.
Uh-huh.
Can I move as a reaction?
Moving as a reaction, no. That is my turn. So next, it comes to Billy.
Okay. Is my Moon Touch sword doing anything for
Your
me?
Moon Touch sword illuminates the area right in front of you.
Awesome. I want to move in the direction where the flashes were,
Correct.
and then get where I think is about the right distance.
And, kind
and
of
start going ham.
illuminate the area. Go right ahead.
Yeah.
So are you attacking with your Moon Sword?
Yes. First
Okay.
one's Moon Sword. Second one's going to be one of my regular ones.
So I will say your Moon Sword will attack regularly. Your non-Moon Sword will attack with disadvantage because you'll be blinded for that attack. The Moon Sword would be able to illuminate the creature as you attack, but blinded would still be going through with the other
All right.
sword.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay.
half disadvantage. Okay. Moon sword. I got 20.
20 hits.
All right.
Hell yeah.
And
Do we still see a physical form on this guy?
For the creatures with dark vision, yes. You see this man in what looks like it is from head down white robe.
And blue eyes, I heard earlier, or was that something else? Okay.
Blue light, as described by something else, yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
that's for 9 damage.
9.
And then my second one, that's a 12. And that's a 3. All right, so, yeah, I'm done. That's my bonus action.
Oh, I just make my con save for my concentration check. So you said your second attack does not hit, correct?
Yeah, no.
Okay. Anything else on your turn?
The second attack is my bonus action. So.
Okay. All right. Lawrence.
As I start moving toward that area, if I say shit, 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 am I able to hear myself?
Not out loud.
No, I can't. Sweet. Kabizu Folo? I can do that, right?
The eyebrow raising made me very uncomfortable there.
Correct.
Sweet. Doing it. Mm-hmm. Because I can see him.
Correct.
Yeah, I'm doing that. Mm-hmm. And then we're going to attack him.
Okay.
Now, to get a bonus for surrounding him, do we have to have him on all 4
Not going to
sides?
be very high.
No. So Sarah, as a creature that cannot see it, cannot contribute to flanking.
Really?
Yeah.
So I guess you...
Because, I mean, so to my eyes, flanking means that you're performing some kind of action in combat that would feel threatening to the creature, as to why its attention would be diverted to you.
Makes sense.
You, as effectively no threat to this guy.
you're paralyzed, too.
Yeah. You know, you are also stunned.
I am a large bear.
As a bear.
I'm assuming a 12 does not hit.
12 does not hit.
Okay.
Anything else for you, sir?
No. Nope, that's all I got.
Fantastic.
I can just sit back and relax.
No, you can't.
We have this.
I'm stunned for 2 rounds.
We have
Yes.
the big bad represented as what?
Gut stunned too.
He's
so, like,
between-
they're coming out very,
He's
like,
here.
just stuck.
Okay.
Hey, Don.
Oh, God.
Son.
Where's that?
What is that?
Adjacent to whoever is that figure closest to me on the right side.
That?
So yes, right in from the door frame. Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy.
What is that?
So who is that
Baby, don't
figure in
hurt
front of me?
Me.
Okay. Yeah, so another shadowy figure steps out of what feels like fog. Yeah, the 14's definitely not going to, but the 24 will. So, again, brandishing the same kind of illuminating silvery weapon. So it is 10 slashing and 1 radiant.
Okay.
So you feel this blade, the protruding flames that are cast in wrought iron and like silver, like coated around it, sink into the side of you. And he pulls it out deftly. Make a Constitution saving throw.
10.
10. So you feel as this blade sinks into your side, this horrible tremor overtakes you, and you will be stunned for 1 round.
Okay.
We're gonna form walls around him.
Full party wipe. It's not
And that is
looking
my
good.
turn. To the top of the order, Sarah, your turn concludes with your stun. Mm-hmm. And we come to Don.
Okay, I'm going to move over here and with my short sword stab into this white-robed figure
Okay.
in front of me.
Yeah, make your attack roll.
That is a natural 20.
Hell yeah, Don.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Slashing, correct?
Yes.
Roll your d20.
Decapitation.
1.
You stubbed his
Roll
toe.
damage is normal.
Yeah.
That's so unexciting.
I'm sorry.
Was that
I
the
feel like
first?
that shouldn't
Rough.
even be on the
I
table.
know.
Was that the
Rough.
first
So
nat
sad.
It's
20?
literally the one.
Is that the
Yeah.
first nat
That
20 of the
shouldn't be on the
campaign?
table.
No.
In,
No,
in
not in the
attack?
campaign.
The session,
no.
definitely.
It's been one. It's been the first in a while.
Well, it's 6 damage at the very least on the 1 die, so plus 4 is 10.
So 10.
Yeah.
Okay. I have to make a con
Because
save.
I'm not critting essentially because I rolled the 1. Yeah.
And so, that was to the first guy or the second guy that came
The
in?
first guy.
Okay, the first guy that came in. Okay.
Okay. So as you stab into this man with white robes, you watch as your sword just kind of like catches along his side, slashing into the area where it's the beginning of the abdomen. And you watch as the darkness pulls, and you watch as it sucks in from a 15-foot area, and you watch as it slides over his face. And you see this man's face is coated in what looks like black ink tattoos. And it forms this circle, almost like a mask like Yalumlo has, but it's not the entirety of his lower face. It stretches from the edges of his nose, around the corners of his lips, curves under his neck, and goes back towards the back of his ears. And the darkness concludes.
Okay, seeing this, I'm going to attempt to bonus action cast Spiritual Weapon.
Silence is still in effect from the other guy, because
Damn
they're
it.
both concentration spells, and I wouldn't be an asshole and do that. But I'll totally be an asshole and make 2 people with concentration spells.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Okay. Well,
You got the darkness.
I got the darkness. I stabbed him for nat 20 and then only to regular damage, but it's fine. At least I rolled a 6. It's my turn then. So I just stick into
Give
his
him a
side.
good old stab.
Rip my bone short sword out.
Very impressive. DJ.
Okay. I move to Retora. This is the first thing I do. I'll move myself in a minute. As I get over to Retora, I'm going to stay there until her stun is over. I'm going to activate Channel Divinity as my action
Okay.
for Sacred Weapon.
Okay.
So it emits bright light for 20 feet and dim light for 20 feet beyond that.
Okay.
That will be my action. As a bonus action,
If you click.
yeah, I just don't think I have any real bonus actions that I can use here that aren't spells. Yep, sure not. Okay. Yeah, so then that'll conclude my turn.
Okay. So, now that the darkness has concluded, in terms of a description for both of these men, now that they are no longer in the horrifying darkness inside of your dark vision, you can see that both of them, as I described before, are in enormous white hooded robes where they conclude near the face. You can see that they are lined with a pale blue kind of pattern sewn in to the front of it. You can see that it is tied together loosely with string. Beneath it, as you can see that it's billowing. So when they're moving, it parts, and you can see what clothing they have beneath. You can see that both of them are wearing a tight gray vest with what look like brown leather straps that go across their shoulders, intersecting towards their hips. And you can see that they have gray vest. They have like a dark brown fur pants. They've got brown boots. You can see that on the other side of each hip, what looks like chained is another one of these silver-bladed weapons on one hip. So each of them is standing here with one of these half-crescent blades on their one hand. The one that Don, you just stabbed.
Yep.
He's tall, about 6'2", and he's got, from what you can see, long, wavy brown hair that kind of sweeps over his face. The other one that is adjacent to Yalumlo, it's only a little bit shorter, but you do not see any hair on his head. You just see what looks like the small little prickling hair of what would be a buzzed haircut.
Sure.
And DJ, you said you are good? Fantastic. That means it comes to me again. So, the one who is in front of Retora, seeing as you walk over here, this man turns towards you.
He's behind.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's behind.
yeah,
I'm
he
behind
gets
Ratura
Russ.
on the opposite side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So Buck and Ether.
Can you do me a favor?
Buck, Ether, and
Put the door down.
Yeah, that's fine.
There you go.
Thank you. Because now I can see.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm guessing the figure directly to his right is Buck.
yeah.
Okay.
And then I'm behind him. Ether's directly next to Ratora, and Nesgrim's behind him.
Okay. Well, this isn't so much sensing the weak as it is just the
Poking the bear.
The ordinances.
No, that makes sense.
I'm gonna try to slaughter the bear.
Yeah, it is a large stunned bear.
I'll
so.
use protection as a reaction to impose disadvantage. Can I do that now since I'm within touch?
Within 5 feet of me.
I'm within 5 feet of Ratura, right? Cool.
The lower of the two rolls is a 13.
That's not going to hit.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
I assume Barkskin
Carries over into your form, yes.
carries over and it doesn't. It's not.
You're lucky you that bark skin.
So I'd love to just let it go, but it is a concentration spell.
Yep, and I had done 19 to you previously.
So
So
roll.
you, yeah.
Is that the bear con?
Bear con again.
Bear con. 11.
You succeed.
Because the 13 is my AC. So
The second attack, the lower of the two rolls, is a 14.
that's also gonna miss.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So you watch as he swipes with both blades, and you impose your shield, deflecting and elevating one, and then as he prepares to sweep the second down,
bring
you
it down.
angle your shield down,
Hell yeah.
directing his blade away.
Hell yeah. Okay.
And then you
Nice.
watch as his open hand slides towards you with an extended palm.
Okay.
17.
Does not hit.
Okay. Well, every turn like it is my last.
Can I deflect it with my sword? I'll say that happens as he's stabbing in.
I mean, I would say with it being that close, like, you might catch it with, like, the pommel of your sword,
I'll take damage to block it with that part. Absolutely.
and then you watch as his hand kind of channels this horrifying, billowing white energy illuminating out from it, and he presses towards you. Does a 19 hit?
19 does hit. Yes.
Very good. Ow. For 9 slashing
Okay.
and 4 radiant. You have resistance
so
to
2.
radiant.
Yep. So 2, so it'd be 11 total.
11 total.
Slashing from his palm?
Oh, sorry. It's not. I forgot that I didn't pull it out. It's bludgeoning. Yes, thank you.
So still okay.
It's the same amount of damage,
Yes.
but it's bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
I am good. That means it comes to Billy.
Okay. I'm just still right in front of that guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now we've got him surrounded, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, you have flanking on 3 sides.
Nice.
So that's a plus
Plus 5.
Nice. Okay, I'm gonna hit him with 2 swords.
Okay.
That probably means that I actually
One.
hit him. Because I rolled a 12.
Oh,
but I
no.
didn't count for
Oh
it.
no, Billy.
When you attacked, it still had the darkness going, and blinded, so they would not have contributed to flanking.
Gotcha.
What was your roll?
1.
A natural 1.
Yes.
The
Okay.
first one.
That was the first one, yeah.
Okay.
Don't make me drop my moon touch sword.
So as you make an athletics check.
All right. That's going to be a 11.
Isn't that the set of dice you used when Jerky died?
Yeah, I think it is.
Those.
Those are cursed. Those are legitimately cursed. Those are really
Okay,
cursed.
so as you swing and you begin to stumble, you kind of catch your footing and watch as this man, as Nesgrim has deflected his shield, the side of his blade just kind of slashes against yours accidentally. And you maintain your
Fine.
balance and composure.
Okay. Bonus action. Hit him with another sword. This time for sure. Fucking
Not a
duck.
one.
Right.
Actually cursed.
I mean, you have plus.
What did I roll?
You rolled a 6.
And,
I saw a thing today where
Plus
they took
5
those
for
jars
the-
with
11.
dice in them.
oh wait, 11 with the plus 5. Oh, 11
Yeah.
with the plus 5, and then plus 6, so 17.
17 does not hit.
Dang. We did learn that earlier.
We did.
So, despite maintaining your composure and gaining your balance back, as you bring your second sword slashing up in a diagonal direction towards this man, he, in composure, after being brushed aside by Nesgrim's shield, brings his blade back and catches it between the spindles of fire and thrusts it upwards, parrying your blow.
Cool.
Very
Anything
cool.
else on your turn?
I don't think I have anything else. No.
Okay.
Did we hit him?
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why his
That's why his
Darkness
darkness
is
went
done.
away.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one with the darkness. Okay.
We should hit the other guy.
We did 20 points to him.
And comes to Lawrence.
Who is stunned?
Lawrence's turn concludes. Your stun concludes. Top of the order. Sarah, your
Stun.
second trigger of stun concludes. You regain your composure at the end of your turn. I'm so sorry. Don.
I can't cast spells, and I can't move without invoking.
We haven't checked since the darkness went away.
Yes, we have.
Yes.
we
I
have?
did.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I tried. It's the other guy that's got the silence. So I'm gonna do what I can and use my bone short sword and just jab into his side again.
Okay. Make your attack roll. 3 flanking.
Okay. Yeah, 15 on the roll plus 6 plus.
You're hitting.
I should be good. Cool. Another 6, so another 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay. So yeah, you.
Piercing, sorry.
Oh, because you're using dagger.
No, the short sword says piercing. It says damage type piercing.
It might be slashing or piercing for short sword. That's fine because it would have a pointed tip.
Yeah.
So that's fine. Okay. So yeah, once more, you go for the same spot in the bleeding area where it kind of looks as though you've struck through his robes, and you can see the gray vest beneath has parted, and you can see that you've made a wound, and you trace your blade further around the lining of his stomach, sweeping it forward.
Ooh.
Anything
Okay.
else on your turn?
Very gross.
I don't think so. I still can't speak.
Wait, where was the door?
Right here.
It's
Yeah.
here.
Can you lay it
Okay.
down where it is?
Here, I'll do this.
We got it.
That's
Or that, yeah.
Yeah, I just couldn't see through it.
Yeah, I feel it.
So, how does he look?
Bloodied.
Okay,
Slightly bloodied,
sure.
but bloodied.
Is Path to the Grave something? It's channeling divinity. Is that something that has this like a vocal component? It doesn't state that it does.
No.
Okay. That's an action, so I can't do it anyway. So never mind. Yeah, that's my turn then.
Okay.
Did you skip your second guy's turn? After me?
Oh yeah, you did.
Yeah,
Oh, I did. Yes, thank you.
bald guy.
Cool. All right, so we'll say that Don went, and then I will do my second guy's turn. Yeah, you're the only person I can hit.
Me?
It's
No.
me.
Oh.
Yalumlo. 21 on the first. Uh, 14 on the second.
Second one doesn't hit.
Okay. Punch. 18 on the third.
Hits.
Okay. So it is 13, or sorry, it is 7 slashing, 6 bludgeoning, and then 5 radiant.
So 18 total?
Correct.
And that's for all the hits.
Yes, that is for both hits.
Alright, I'm looking real fucked up.
Yep. So yeah, you watch as Yalumlo, again, immobilized from the strike from where this man had once penetrated before, seeing a weakened...
Well, that was after my turn, so I would not have been stunned anymore.
Okay.
I don't know if that affects the way that you're taking your actions on that turn. But...
No. So you watch as his blade once more strikes into the side, kind of underneath the area where your extended arm is. We did Don.
Am I rolling a con save for taking those hits?
No, I'm not using key point.
Okay.
We did Don, we did Sarah. Next it comes to DJ.
Okay. Yalumlo, where are you positioned in the room again? Okay.
Is that a loot?
So Ratora's
not my
bear's
for this
one size
character.
larger than I am.
Mm-hmm.
Would you allow me to move under her for half my movement? Move through her space under her.
Aren't you on 2 legs?
I was.
Would I be able to just move through her space
What are you
if
trying
she's
to
on
do?
hind legs? Get around her to this side of the room. So that way I don't have to move back across this way.
Crawl underneath.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do is
Oh, okay.
crawl, like, sorry, chat, if she's either...
So I mean, going prone is, no movement cost. The
But
movement,
standing up is
Movement to
half.
get back up.
yeah, movement in
It's
is
only
5.
25 for you to get over to here.
To just run
5,
around.
10, 15, 20, 25.
And you're right over there within 5 feet of that space, and then
Yeah.
I can... Okay. Yeah, so I'll spend my
Yeah,
movement...
you can move all the way over next to the other guy in the room
Mm-hmm.
and be within 5 feet of me, and that's 25.
Okay, so I'm within 5 feet of you. As I'm running by, I'm going to use Lay on Hands Pull and heal 5 to Yalumlo.
Okay.
And that'll be my action.
Yeah. So you run by Yalumlo. As you do, you pause briefly behind him, laying your hands on his back, slightly healing the wounds at his side, and then you said you continue moving into the corner?
Yeah. And as I do that, I say, hang in there. Do I hear myself?
No, you do not.
Okay. Yep. And then I continue over to that corner within 5 feet of Yalumlo and that dude.
Okay. And then you're good?
Yeah.
Fantastic. So it comes back to my first one. How's that bear looking?
Barely alive.
So the bear gets bloodied separately from.
From you, yes.
Okay, so
but
then-
as a bear.
As a bear, I'm bloodied.
So yeah, the 12 and the 11 are not going to hit.
No, they are not.
Very good.
I'm glad I'm not so upset that I moved now. It's good.
I mean,
afraid
I
that
have.
if-
My AC is 16.
Yeah.
No less than 16.
As a bear.
Well, in general.
As a bear.
Technically, my bear AC is 11, so.
Oh.
Do you just
why.
take whatever is higher?
No, I took bark skin and I used it before.
That's
it was
right.
formed.
It's that way it applies. Okay.
Well, pop a point and try to punch it twice.
Punch me? You're gonna punch a bear?
Yeah.
It's like that guy
Right
who
in the
like socked
face.
the kangaroo.
16 and another 11.
16 hits.
Okay.
It's like punching a shark.
You've seen the video of the guy punching the kangaroo, right?
Pretty much what's happening. So for the punch, it is 6 bludgeoning and then 3 radiant.
It does radiant damage for the punch.
Mm-hmm.
You said 6 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still a bear. Don't worry about it.
Still a bear?
Would you? Never mind.
Yeah, so I mean, as you watch this fist kind of slap, like open palmed into the belly of the beast, effectively, you see kind of extending through as he protrudes his hand. Once more, like a magician, you see tattoos swirling around his wrist up to his hand. So what looks like stops at his wrist. These shining, coated tattoos. So again, it's black ink, but they look... the best way I can describe it is that same vibrant, shimmery feeling that you would get when you're lotioning a tattoo while it's healing.
So, like, fresh tattoos.
If that were
Correct.
wet.
You also still, for you, as a bear with your overwhelming sense of smell, you're getting the very potent aroma of ambrosia.
And your own blood.
And everyone else is too, probably. It's real stinky in here. Also, the smell of the desecrated earth beneath our feet.
Are you able to control widows?
Okay, so that is me, and then it comes to Billy.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna do the same thing I've been doing.
Very good. Slash away.
Damn. Nope. Second one. All right. Do I still have any kind of flanking bonus on him?
Are there still 3 people around?
Yes, there's still 3 around.
So yeah, it's still the +5.
Okay, cool. So 24.
24 hits?
Cool. All right. I'm gonna use. Sorry. I have for level 3. I took Hunter, Colossus Slayer.
Okay.
Once per turn, when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, the creature takes an additional 1d8 if it's below its max HP.
Yes, this one is.
Figured. Okay, that's gonna be 13 damage.
13. Shit.
And that was to the tall one?
Looking quite bloodied. So, is this with your moon touch sword, or is this with your offhand?
My first attack. I'm gonna say
Yes.
my moon touch is always on my main hand.
Okay.
So my first attack.
So
will always
yes,
be the
your
touch.
your moon touch sword slices towards this man, and you watch once more as your sword, kind of in a thrusting motion, directs towards him. He flicks his wrist upward, and your blade goes through the opening where the circle doesn't meet, and he twists. But you catch him as you stab forward with your offhand. He goes to dodge to the side, but you catch him deeply in the area for where Ether has been stabbing, slashing,
man.
like into his
We're just
abdomen.
wailing on this one
So
spot.
you're wailing into this one area where he is beginning to torrent blood out from his side. And he slides his wrist and pulls his hand back, slapping your moon touch sword to the side.
That's a fucking.
I pull out my other sword.
All right.
Can I do that as a reaction? Pull out my other
It
sword?
doesn't disarm you. It just slaps
I
it away.
thought you were saying like he locked it away from my hand.
Lock, turn, and then he pulls back because again, this is his weapon as well. He, in a parrying motion with this weapon, that is one of the ways to do it.
Gotcha.
Okay, Lawrence.
All right, I'm gonna attack the one that looks hurt.
Okay.
Fair.
That's definitely gonna hit. That's like a 22 to hit.
Yeah. Cool.
That's
This is intense. Loving
Yeah.
it.
We're gonna win though.
that's gonna be. You could say, 10 damage.
10. Okay, so as your longsword, because you are behind him right now, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So your longsword, would you like to thrust or slash?
Um.
Kind of upward?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so yeah, you slice upward, kind of like a piercing motion at first, and then direct your blade up towards the sky. And you catch him right along the back, like shank, up into his shoulder blade. So you break through the majority of the robe on that side, and you can see all of his vest back here as you slash through it, and he begins to soak through, staining the the white robes red as it leaks down from around where you have sliced through, all along the back through his leg, and you see his arm begin to go limp at his side, with the circle blade on his hand still kind of falling down to the side next to him. Incredibly bloody.
Okay.
I don't know if there's anything else I can do. Because I think all my bonus action stuff requires me to talk. So, I guess that's all I'm gonna do.
Okay. Next it comes to my second man.
Mr. Silence.
Yeah.
I did just move into a space. I would be a new target.
Oh, I know. But I mean, still. Yeah, honestly, I would hit you because he would have seen you interpose your shield protecting another person.
He would probably see me trying to stop Yolumlo's next hit, which is...
You've been stopping a lot of hits, so...
Let's see if I can stop my own.
I'm really, really,
That's a
really
nat 20.
sorry.
That's a nat 20.
I'm really sorry.
That's alright. It's how the die fell.
Because it's, nat 20 and then a 21 on the other roll for the first 2 hits.
Die's been cast. Do I roll...
That's why I wore my funeral leathers.
D100 or shut up?
No, I have to see what the crit effect is.
Just put your hat back on your head. Be respectful.
Rip Nesgrim.
Okay,
No.
so it's still effectively the same value.
Refusal.
Oh. If it'll save you some time, I have 20 hit points.
I gotta see what effect happens for the radiant too.
20 your max?
31.
Had you been hit in this fight?
Yeah.
We took a long rest.
Yeah, I took 11 damage.
Gotcha.
It was like 6 and 7. Or no, it was more than that. It was 7,
'cause you
and then
have
I had
your-
resistance to radiant, which halved it to like 4.
Gotcha.
No, the radiant already was 4 and it got halved to 2.
2, that's what it was. You're right, you're right.
11 total.
Okay, so you're taking 7 radiant, so halving is 3.
3.
And then you take 16
19.
slashing.
And is
Right? Yeah, 6, 5.
So
Yeah.
19.
is that all the damage I take? I'm good.
He said that's his
That's
first.
from the crit.
Oh, man.
So I'm unconscious then.
And then
At least.
If he
yeah,
doesn't miss.
the second attack definitively, like I had already said, hit
Gotcha,
you.
that was the crit.
Um,
In the arms
I have a bonus
of the
action. I'm
angel.
gonna punch you while you're dying.
It's understandable as I'm falling to the ground unconscious. Yep.
Lucky motherfucker. I mean, I rolled a 2 and a 7.
Oh.
So I mean,
Yeah, neither hit.
even with bonus, nope. So I mean, yeah, you watch as once more this kind of like chakram that he has on his hand. He watches as Nesgrim comes over into your space, protecting Yalumlo, healing him en route, and he just kind of extends this horrifying grin. And you see this man has the same markings of tattoos as they come down from the edges of the nose, around and looping around, almost mirroring the shaping of his blade. Oh. And he just catches you right here as you walk up, and you guys in the area watch as his mouth opens, gasps with this torrent of blood that once more just kind of sprays out into the area, and you can see the licking flames of the blade, the silver 3 spokes kind of poking into the open mouth of Nesgrim.
Oh.
Yep. And then he tries to punch you as you fall, and he just kind of like, I guess, wiggles his fist a little too mightily. Ah!
As I'm falling to the ground, I'd like to say that didn't hurt.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Yep.
But nothing comes out.
Yeah, it's silent. I'm fine.
That's true.
That's if anything, just more insulting.
I'm gonna have to double check, but I'm pretty sure that brings me to wounded 2.
No, you long rested.
Cool.
So
So
you'll be wounded 1.
does that reset all the way back to 0? Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm wounded 1 then.
Wes.
Okay.
Now, do I want to key point punch you again? No, I need to save them, honestly, because knowing that my friend is dying, I would not, like, blow my own safety just to fucking murder you.
You're not gonna blow your load to murder.
I'm not going to blow my load to murder Nesgrim.
You're not going to blow the skin right off.
Still so good. Yeah, that's how I introduced my wife.
They just walked into the room, blew the skin right off, man.
That would be one of the funniest things.
Have you ever met these guys? They blow the skin right off. Yeah.
I hate all of them.
It's understandable.
I'm so sorry.
Oh man.
All right. back to the top of the turn order.
That's me.
Yes, it is, Sarah.
I can do things now.
You're a bear that's not stunned.
Finally.
A not stunned bear.
A not stunned bear.
Not stunned RPG.
True.
Oh,
Honestly,
can someone
true.
lie me down, please? Or lay me down, rather? Thank you.
Also,
This-
you move to the initiative order 2 in front of man 2.
Okay.
Because you got knocked.
These guys aren't even tough enough to have cool names.
So I fall to the bottom of the initiative order then, is what you mean, right?
Names aren't gonna matter, they're
So
dead.
you're
Yeah, he's a 7, so you would go after Lawrence now.
basically
Because it's
so he
Lawrence,
can't-
and then it would be man 2. Yes, it's so this way he can't fucking murder you while you're unconscious
It's
on the
just me.
ground.
Understood.
Really
Okay. I wasn't sure if
You
that...
would have been ahead of him anyway, but that's the rule that we have for dying.
Okay.
All right. I.
All right, Sarah.
We need that.
So how does
tears work?
Oh, I know all too well.
the guy in front of me looks
Really fucking bloody.
Really bloody.
Please
Like,
finish him.
like, you know, kind of eviscerated
please.
from the continuous slashing and stabbing in
Yeah.
the like left abdomen.
Yeah.
Like we're digging for liver here.
Yeah.
I'm so torn because I kind of want to do something cool, but I don't think.
Do a cool thing.
But it
I
could-
might reward it with inspiration.
Do it.
Can I-
Do it.
No.
Can I grab this man
Yeah.
and throw him into the snare?
The bloodied one?
The
You have
bloodied one.
multi-attack. Yes.
I like that.
You would supplement first attack action with grapple, second attack action with shove. So you make a contested grapple check against me. You're rolling for athletics. I get to choose for athletics
All
or
right, I'm
acrobatics.
surrounding this guy. Can I give her advantage by helping?
Would flanking rolls apply to that?
Helping though is an action. So
no,
I
yeah.
would say no.
All right. So you said
It's your athletics,
athletics.
versus me for athletics or acrobatics. I'm
Okay.
going to choose acrobatics.
These guys are pretty dexterous.
Did you not one?
I not one.
All right. So here's the crazy thing.
So did
I
he...
didn't nat 20, but I have a dirty 20. So as you lunge forward and grab this man, you are effectively trying to grapple a kung fu master.
He grapples me. I assume.
He doesn't grapple you. He inserts.
Suplex.
Well, no, he strikes his leg out in front of you as you lurch forward to try to grab him. He judo uses your momentum, and who's on the other side?
Where? Here?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I'm gonna use her momentum and try to
I'm a large creature. I
improvise
don't know if
weapon
that-
you.
I don't know if that makes a difference.
Sure.
I am a size bigger than him.
Sure. How much do you weigh as a bear? Does it
She's
give
also
you...
effectively on all fours.
Large.
Are you doing this on all four, or are you doing this on hind legs? Because you were on
I mean,
hind
like,
legs
as
previously.
she's coming down toward
Yeah,
him,
I-
like, she...
Yeah,
My
true.
body weight would be lurching forward to try and.
Sure. So then I will change our positions.
Okay.
You will occupy his space,
Little
and he
dance
will move
move.
into your space.
No, that's so much worse. That's so much worse. Oh no. That was only part of my attack though, right?
Did you
Was
nat
that-
one the first one or the second one?
You
I nat won the
first-
first one.
You nat
It's
one
still
the
there.
first thing. So I would say that you fall flat as he utilizes your momentum, judos you to the ground, slides into your prior space.
Yes.
Now you can use half your movement to stand up, and then if you want to turn and attempt to do something else to him, you may.
I would like to
Okay.
do that. I'm gonna use half my movement. I'm not going anywhere anyway. And I'm going to. I'm gonna make a claw, like a slash
Okay.
attack.
Use your claw. That scared the shit.
That's going to be a 18.
18 hits.
The gods above.
My brain, I thought it was 17. I was like, no, 17 doesn't
17
hit, but it's
misses.
an 18.
18 is the
I can
AC.
math.
You can.
Please kill him.
I pray you do.
That's going to be 12 points of slashing damage.
12 points of slashing damage. Describe how you kill this man.
Hell yes,
So
sir.
you awkwardly judo. He professionally slides out, and you just stand. You roar as a bear, and no sound comes out. But you all know this bear is fucking roaring.
So as I turn around, I'm just going to like slash him right across his front
Okay.
and just send him flying into
The back wall.
well into this, like it's hitting him from the side.
Oh, so the casket
into
side?
the casket. Like he's gonna hit
So
the
yeah,
top of
you
that casket.
smack, and he lays on top of the casket, prone, covering the top of the casket with his blood as it begins to cascade down like a torrential waterfall sliding
That
off
can't
onto
be
the ground.
bad.
Thank you for feeding my skull
Yeah.
children.
Thanks. Good job.
Yay!
Well, not all the skulls were sisters.
Yay! A couple!
Of couple.
Feed me.
And some other stuff.
Is that your turn, Sarah? You're good now?
Should I be worried about?
Who knows?
Don't describe anything ever again.
I do nothing, nowhere,
He
ever.
dies,
How did
and he was the target of.
Correct.
all by yourself.
Do you, as the DM, want to describe anything that's going on with me when he goes down?
Yeah, so you watch as this, man, as you slap him onto the casket, his blood begins to puddle and pool down around the base of this casket. And you see this kind of like faint ethereal glow encompass this man as though a branding appears illuminating on his person. And this branding kind of shines and shakes. And then you watch as it kind of elevates as though separating from this figure's form. For those of you who are adjacent to Yalumlo, you see this whiteness fill the irises of his eyes.
Oh. Okay.
And the branding, disperses. And you cannot move yet, correct? You cannot relocate it yet, correct? Or can you?
I can't relocate that one.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, so you watch as this brandish kind of illuminates, separating from his body, and then disperses. And Yalumlo's eyes flash with white, and then reseal in the same frost blue, and then return to what is your traditional eye color?
Like a steel gray.
Like a steel gray. Yeah.
Spooky.
And then, blood continues to drain down.
I don't like
pooling
how we
around.
keep describing the blood pooling around.
I do. It's really great.
Blood on these skulls.
You're making me really regret doing something cool.
All right.
All right.
That'll come up in a minute.
Great. Box full of bloody skulls.
So goes to Don.
Okay, I'm going to say with no sound, fucking Nesgrim, and run around and stab this guy with my sword,
Okay.
my bone sword.
Make your attack roll.
I mean, to be
Just
fair, I
boneless guy.
am playing the tank role really well.
Have you gone down in every fight so far?
All three of
That
them.
is a 20 with bonus.
Okay, yeah, you're good. That hits.
5 points of damage.
5.
Yeah.
To the bald guy, right?
All right, concentration check. God damn it. It's because it's a fucking base 10.
Yeah.
Because it's underneath the half damage, and I roll a fucking 9. Fucking asshole. I'm just gonna kill Nesgrim.
I'm alive still.
So do I hear him gasp when I stab
Yeah,
him
so
then?
as you stab into this man's side, because you're stabbing again, you're not slashing?
Yes, yeah, correct.
Okay, so yeah,
stabbing.
you
Stabby
stab
stab.
into this guy, and you're... no, he's facing into your general area, so he attempts to, kind of, swipe away the blunt side, the flat side of your blade, doesn't catch it, and you actually go across his arm, and then kind of catch into, the side near his rib cage where he attempts to swipe your blade away.
Sure.
And then, yeah, you hear him just, ugh!
Okay. So am I able to, since I have my shield, am I able to drop my sword so that way I can bonus action, drop my sword so I can bonus action cast the spell?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna do that, and I'm going to cast Healing Word on Nesgrim,
Okay.
which will be for 8 points because you're dead, which means you get the max healing.
Yep.
Thank
roll-
you very
because I
much.
remember
Roll your
that that's a
burnout
thing.
die.
Please don't burn out saving me.
Nope, we're good.
And you said 8, right?
Yes, 8 points.
Thank you very much.
Fucking Nesgrim.
And you hear fucking Nesgrim.
And my eyes shoot wide
The first thing you hear waking up.
Fucking Nesgrim. Thank you, Ether.
You're welcome.
You're good, Don?
I am good.
Okay. So DJ had moved in the turn order to in front of the other guy. So it actually goes to Billy next.
Okay. What kind of your 8 health? Yeah.
Consumption.
It's all the fucking
I'm not a good
darkness.
enough healer to
Consumption,
really
yep.
make a dent in that. I'm better at dealing out damage, so I'm gonna slash him twice.
Okay.
I'm already at this guy, right?
Yes.
Okay. First one. That's gonna be a miss. Second one. That is also the same result. So,
Is he flanked?
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, you still have 3/4 flanking, correct? Oh, and Nesgrim's even up. So yeah. Because Bear is there.
I would still be down because I haven't had a turn to stand up.
Okay,
yet,
wait. Yes,
so-
thank you. So,
so-
yeah, still 3/4 flanking, so plus 5. Stand up, you bitch.
The thing you
20.
choose to say.
20 with bonus?
yeah, with the plus
We've got
5, yeah.
Seek again.
Okay.
Got it fished.
So
First
I
thing
got
we-
one. Got one. And I'm gonna use the. Is this guy not at full health? You stabbed him, right?
He's
This
been
guy's
stabbed.
not
Correct,
at full
yes.
health.
Yeah,
All right.
stabbed
I'm gonna
him.
use my bonus die.
Stabbed him in his front kidneys.
That's
He's
gonna
at full
be
health still?
He's
No,
not.
he's not. He's
Oh,
not. He's not.
that's how he dropped concentration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
9 damage.
Nine. And Moon Touch Sword or second hand?
That was
hit?
actually the second
Second
one.
hand hit
Yeah.
again. Okay. So yeah, you can see that he's kind of distracted as he attempts to slap aside Aethir's short sword. Fails to do so. It's slashed along his arm. It goes into the area of his gray vest, kind of poking out through the back of his robes as he swipes to the side. And then you, from the direction where you are, because you would be in the area where he steps back, your second blade catches along the top of his shoulder, kind of curving around and then swiping off towards the front of him. And again, you also separate the robe, and you can see that the stitching of the fabric begins to part, and his robes begin to kind of fall, and you can see the gray vest below in the areas where it has been slashed through by your weapon.
Cool. Cool.
All right. Lawrence.
Me. I will.
A little too calm and quiet.
This is still an intense moment.
Question. How did you get up to him to hit him with our current positioning?
I asked everyone if I was already standing in front of him, and they said yes.
Oh, move him around the bear then, because again, I can't see from this angle. I have leaves in my face. So
I'm not there.
That's where the snare is at.
Yeah.
Which he would know.
yeah.
Well, wait. Why can't I just move that way a little bit? Wait, where is he?
He is right there.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I don't know. No idea. Can I just disable the snare now?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Yeah, I'll just disable the snare and stand there.
Okay.
I'm facing the wrong way.
Anyways, I'm gonna hit this man with my sword.
Okay.
Is that bonus even higher with an additional person surrounding him?
Yes, it's 5 and advantage.
It's 5 and advantage?
Yeah, because you have 4 around him now.
So that's gonna be 25 to hit.
Hits.
Hell yeah.
So that's gonna be 7 damage.
7.
I could have just slapped him down.
You could have.
I was trying to do something cool.
I know, you
I tried
did.
to throw him up against something.
I know. It was very inspiring.
This wasn't part of the plan.
Perfect for me.
Was it part of the plan, though?
No.
Not your plan.
It definitely couldn't have been. He had no way of knowing I would do something so stupid.
He knew there'd be blood in the room.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right. So you're longsword as well, you said? And you are behind him, so how would you be attacking?
I would have kind of like slashed up across him.
Okay, so yeah, again, diagonal. You're catching this guy where you're crossing from below one shoulder blade, going over the height of the spine, above the second shoulder blade, and slashing out. And you can see that this man, his robe from where, well, technically yours wouldn't have happened then, so you're separating most of the back of his robes. And you can see the blood, again, begins to stain and pool and kind of, I guess, blend through and begin to appear on the white robes along his back. And then it comes to Nesgro.
Great. So would you say he's bloodied?
This guy? No, not
He's
quite.
not bloodied? Great.
He definitely looks injured, but he is not yet bloodied.
He's not thinking about exit strategy at this point.
I mean, he's going to be,
severely
yeah.
outnumbered.
Mm-hmm.
There's no exit strategy. We got this door covered.
I'm going to stand up and say, I can speak, I can fight,
Okay.
and then I'm going to cast Compelled Duel on him.
Okay.
What's that?
I make a wisdom save, right?
Yeah, 14.
He says, I have a death wish.
That's right.
You said 14?
That's right.
Yeah, 12. Read your effects and roll your burnout die.
Okay.
If you burn out as a result of
11.
Oh, I was gonna say.
Compelled Duel. On a failed save, the creature is drawn to you, compelled by your divine demand, for the duration, which is 1 minute. It has disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than you, and must make a wisdom saving throw each time it attempts to move to a space that is more than 30 feet away from you.
Fantastic.
I'm also... It's been longer than a minute, so my previous smites, my searing smite wore off.
Yeah, it
'cause
would have
it's
been
longer
gone
than a
anyway.
minute.
Well, it would have been gone because you would have lost concentration as soon as you went unconscious.
Unconscious as well, yeah. So then I'm going to attack with my longsword as
Okay.
my action. Compelled Duel's a bonus action.
Cool. Make your attack roll. Advantage and +5 for all your flanking purposes.
Advantage and +5. So that's a 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Hell yeah. And I'm also going to use the other smite.
Divine Smite?
Divine Smite, that one. Yep.
Are you using a first level spell slot?
Oh, that's right. That does use a spell slot. So no, I wouldn't because I don't have that.
Okay.
I just burnt all my spell slots.
Okay.
You gotta watch with those spell slots. You just woke up.
Every turn like it's your last.
That's right, because it almost was.
Yeah, but if
It
we...
usually is for
It still could be.
Oh, great. He takes 6 damage.
6.
That's right.
Okay. Yeah, so you have a longsword as well. Would you like to slash or pierce? Would you like to stab or slash?
I'm going to say slash. I'm also
We're
behind him.
really a slashy group here.
So after seeing Yalumlo slash one way along his
along his
back,
back.
I'm going to attempt to slash the other way.
He's facing you.
Oh, he's facing me?
Yep.
Great. So I'm going to slash preferably in the upper neck region.
Cool. So yeah, you slash forward. He again is distracted by the back, injury that he was just dealt. Attempts to bring up his chakram, but is too slow, and you catch him like around the collarbone. He realizes that he's not going to be able to get this here in time as it begins to slice towards him and connects with his clavicle. He actually penetrates up into the back part of your sword as you're slashing and diverts the damage. So that's why it slices and peels away quicker.
Okay. Cool. That's
Cool.
sick. Hell yeah.
And now it's my turn.
Great.
And you just compelled me to duel you.
That's correct.
Why would...
Because Knight's Room has a death wish.
Well, because now he won't attack the rest of you.
Yeah, now he'll just...
You're gonna
punch
kill
the
him
damage with
again!
damage.
Least damage with the least
You are-
health
you are
right
an
now.
But I
Same
have the
person.
highest AC as well.
What's your AC?
Maybe I should have killed him.
You should
I'm
have-
a
And
bear.
if he's
Suppose so.
flanked, does he have
I
disadvantage
suppose
on
this
attack
keeps
rolls?
us from dying.
Okay. Attacks now.
Feels
All right.
good.
Well,
I do
here
like
come
death.
our first 2 punches, and I'll see how it goes from there.
20.
No, but it's a 19 and an 18.
They both hit. I'm down again. But the
Well,
rest
we
of
can
you
talk
guys
now.
are
Not
up.
necessarily. He could roll like trash.
Could be
I
bad.
could roll like trash.
He could roll
Could
like
be
trash.
trash.
Could
Never
roll
know.
like trash. Not
That's
gonna roll
kind of
like trash.
trash.
How
so
trash is it though?
the first hit is
like game show.
6 slashing and 2 radiant, so,
So
1
one.
radiant, so
7.
7. So you're at
1.
1. This is fucking twice, dude. Now the second hit will definitively knock you to 0, so you're dying again.
Wounded 2.
And now my bonus action punch.
This will be my death if this hits, because it brings me 2 saves below, so that'll be it. Because I was wounded 1, so I
if
go
you
down to
hit
dying
something
2.
when it's dying, it's a crit. I'm just gonna pick this up, not remotely ominously.
No!
Is this
It could have
a
been.
crit because he is going to be dying, or is it
My
a
hands
crit
are
because it's
It's
also
my
a crit?
initials too.
My hands are so sweaty.
DJ, why did you do this?
Yeah, why did you do that last
Did you
move?
compel him to duel?
Do you know how hard I work to keep you alive?
You're right, and he didn't attack any of the rest of you, which is what I was going for.
I have
Is it possible?
so many hit points left.
Nesgrim absolutely would have put himself, after you saved me in the last, he 100% would have
Yeah,
put
it's
himself in
fair.
the way.
Nesrim is so selfless, he's selfish.
Exactly. Literally, yeah. Yeah, I understand.
So you watch.
You want to still hang out, though?
I mean, yeah, there's only like an hour left. I'll just sit here quietly. Or if you want me to leave, I can also
No,
leave.
you can hang out. I'm truly sorry.
Is there?
You watch as the chakram on the first hit catches Nesgrim once more at like the under part where the collarbones meet, and you watch as the figures of the fire disappear into his flesh, and you see him begin to go limp against this man, and the weight kind of drags it around, and he just turns it and lets Nesgrim go limp on his chakram and pulls it out, and you watch as a vacuous space appears in the throat of Nesgrim, light leaving his eyes as he falls to the ground.
Rip Nesgrim.
To Sarah.
Do you want to say a few words?
Fuck him up.
I mean, I'm going. Am I able to push through these people here to get to this guy?
You don't.
You don't need
get
to.
you don't-
You're fine. You're
Unless
at
you're
a
trying to get to
diagonal space.
Nesgrim, you
No.
can get to everybody else in the room.
I mean, I'm going to like roar at this point. And I'm attacking him twice. I'm going to do 1 bite attack and 1 slash attack, and that's plus. How much flanking do I have at this point?
5.
It is advantage and +5.
Advantage and plus 5. So for the first one,
You play some sad music, Don.
the bite is going to be. I mean, it's gonna hit. It's 23
Okay.
to hit. Actually, technically 20. 28
Still hitting.
to hit. Yeah. I'll roll both of them, and the other one's gonna hit
Okay.
as well. So the bite attack is going to do 9 points of piercing damage.
9.
Yeah. And the
He looks very bloodied.
slash attack, where
Oh,
I
I've never seen that happen before.
don't know what to do about
I
that.
say you take it.
I don't think
It's
I.
a 6 and a 1.
They both lay on
And it's
top
weird.
of each other.
Do the ritual one, right?
Is the 6 on top?
Yes, it is.
You can keep it. It looks flat enough to me.
Yeah, it's pretty on there. So that's going to be 11 points of slashing damage.
11. Describe how you kill this man.
I'm going to pulverize this guy. Like,
Take it away.
Back away slowly.
Okay.
Fuck him up.
Merrick's
Sorry.
just watching this bear consume this fucking
I
man.
Guidance.
bite into like his neck at first, and then,
Okay. Tear it.
like tear it, and then
Sarah. Do it.
well, that's not the killing blow.
Okay.
The killing blow is
Is
the
the
claws.
claw.
But I'm not gonna just stop. I'm gonna just
Yeah.
pound
Yeah.
on this
Yeah.
guy.
Mush him.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And I will actually back up to the table and shield
Mary Bell's eyes.
Yeah.
Yep.
This horrifying.
I mean, it's nothing she hasn't seen in a Leonardo DiCaprio movie.
Yeah, and you all watch as this teary-eyed bear rips asunder this man, and then somberly stands over the body of Nesgrim.
Well, I'm gonna turn back into
Ritora first.
Ritora. And just
Combat has concluded.
I'm gonna get at those chakrams.
Okay.
They're
I will
sick.
drop to my knees in front of Nesgrim and attempt to spare the dying.
Yep. And you mutter words of magical consolation, and no light returns to your friend as he lays here on the ground before you.
Thanks for the effort, though. I appreciate it.
I knew it wasn't going to work, but, you know, I had to.
Thematic reasons, yeah.
He is gone, I am sorry.
Perhaps you can at least give him closure?
Of course. I am sorry, Ritora, that I could not save your friend. You may want to look away for this, perhaps. I just grab my dagger from the entryway. You may want to turn. Everyone may want to not look at this, perhaps.
Ritora, let's let him tend to Nesgrim's soul. We can check on Corin.
is Corin awake?
Are you looking over in the direction of where
Yeah.
you laid Corin?
Yeah.
I mean, you see him just kind of like head back against the stone wall, just kind of labored breathing.
Oh, those bodies are there.
But breathing, good.
Yeah, I mean, he
she's not a
looks. So the puncture wound on his chest looks as though it is sealing. Same with the wounds on his face. And he just kind of looks out at all of you. What do you mean? He is gone.
There is no light left in his eyes. I am unable to bring him back.
Bring who back?
Nesgrim.
Oh, the
Yeah.
special one.
Yeah.
Something.
The thirsty one.
Indeed.
Is
Wait.
there anything that you can do?
That's how I'm gonna go down in history. Nesgrim the Thirsty One.
So thirsty.
Hi.
Nesgrim the Thirsty. Hi, my
actually
name's Nesgrim
appropriate.
the Thirsty.
Is there anything that you can do, Corin?
Let me see him.
I just kind of step aside.
Yeah, I mean, he just kind of gingerly takes a few steps over. What was that?
Go ahead.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, he just kind of gingerly lumbers over, and you hear kind of like the chains of his belt kind of like rattle as he walks over, and he kneels in front of Nesgrim. You might not want to look for this.
I would like to see what happens. I am no stranger to what you could possibly be doing.
Is this something that he would want?
Will it make him undead?
Can he
would any of
Can
us
a paladin be undead?
Know him well
know
enough.
him well enough, or from conversations with him?
Feel like the person who would know well enough is Ritora.
Yeah, I will look
right.
to.
I
Ritora.
told you I'm very
You've got
sorry.
power of attorney.
You have the life of your friend in your hands.
I think this is up to you, Ritora. You knew him better than any of us.
Okay,
5 minutes.
what would you have told me about you?
About yourself. You
You have to fight for your life.
You may say for what conversations and who you were en route on the caravan.
That's
in
what I
your
was going to
couple
say.
of days
Is
together,
on our way there.
what you would have told Ritora of who you
Yeah,
are.
it's like flashback conversation.
Does this take part of the 5 minutes when he's telling her this stuff?
Yeah,
It's
this
her
is Ritora's
searching her
memory.
memories.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So I would have told you I was born in Rarfley. You would have known that my father died similarly to the way that everyone else has been dying around here from the rot and such. I would have told you when that was because it was literally this year. It's what made me come here. I would have told you probably that I was sent by the sisters of the monastery. I don't know if I would have told the Sisters of Acceptance, rather.
different sisters.
Very different sisters.
So different, the most different. Not at all the same.
Sister Anna, or which one would have been the one? Thanks of you.
Do you have a goal? Do you have something you're trying to accomplish?
Yeah, I was literally just trying to find out why I became a fallen Aasimar, as I was born and exiled for being one.
Well, he's not going to find that out
Yeah,
dead.
nope.
I was born a fallen Aasimar. Family was exiled to a different town where my father died, and I lived up until this year when I came to Oshuamp to start to look into why I was born an Aasimar, what that means, and what would have led to me being here in this way. Yeah, and I also probably would have told you that my goal was to protect whoever I was with, or protect those weaker than myself.
Undead Paladin is so cool.
It's really cool.
If I have any say as to whether or not I'd like to be an undead paladin as DJ, that sounds cool and it'd be dope as shit.
I rest my case.
Your Honor, it'd be dope as shit.
Dope as shit.
I'm a fallen Aasimar, so I'm really not that far from undead as it was.
You were running out of time, Sarah.
Make the
So
call.
I'm going. It's still going. I'm going to turn to Corin and say, I have to try.
Try what?
Can you do something for him?
And he just picks up his hand and he points to the casket. Hurry. It's time to dig.
What am I digging?
The skulls.
This.
Amidst one you will find an encrusted crown.
Okay.
Bring it to me.
Go and
Yeah, I'm gonna move the body
this
off the
body.
top of the casket.
You may roll an investigation check with advantage.
Please make me an undead paladin because I don't know what that would even entail and I'm excited to find out. Or it might just be nothing.
Investigation, you said?
Yep.
With advantage. 14.
Okay.
20.
So you crack
wait,
through
we're not all doing
this pile. No, it's just Ritora.
Oh,
She
gotcha.
runs over. You pour through this pile of skulls, and you find at the base of it one that looks as though it is a simple, almost like tiara, and it looks to be embedded with diamond.
I'm gonna hold it up.
Hurry.
Run it over to here.
And you watch as he takes it. This was to be a birthday gift for Mary Bell when she was born. But I can think of a better use. And he breaks it in half in his hands. And you watch as a small powdered diamond mist kind of falls over the chest of Nesgrim. And he lays his hand on you. And you all watch as this vibrating energy pulses around his hand. And Nesgrim, you take a breath at 1 hit point as the diamond dust illuminates and disappears from before you. Thank you for all that you have done for my family.
Thank you for what you have done for our friend.
It is my fault that they were here. It is only fair that he be given a chance.
I stand up. Now that I have one breath, can I stand up yet?
You're really fucking
Rickety
tired.
and
yeah.
really rickety.
Yes,
but
I would say that you have definitively a level of exhaustion from returning from the actual dead.
Absolutely fair.
Does he look shaken?
Huh?
Does he look shaken?
Him?
Like, does he
Yes.
look like he's seen some shit?
Yes.
Okay, I hand him my flask, and I'm like, here, take a pull.
Shaken, not stirred.
Yes, okay, good.
Fatigue.
Nesgrim, do you accept my flask?
Stirred,
I
not
do.
stirred.
It's real strong stuff.
I absolutely accept your flask. But first I thank Corin and
So
shake his hand
thirsty.
and hold a hand out to him.
Yeah,
Thirsty
you just
boy.
see he just kind of is
Accepting the
holding
flask.
these two segmented pieces of this small tiara, and he just kind of puts one into the other and embraces your hand.
Thank you. Thank you.
Of course.
I owe you.
No, friend. You do not. I think you all should go and do not tell anyone what transpired here today. I will, and he just kind of gestures towards the bodies, dispose of these for you.
Do you believe that there will be more of them?
No. The ones that found me were lying almost in wait as I approached the burnt home by the orphanage. I do not know how they knew I was coming, but,
Perhaps they could sense your approach,
perhaps.
or perhaps they have been waiting every night.
I do not know. I know that the awakened have been looking for me, but I do not know what would have led them to me now.
Perhaps Ether could find out more?
I could.
Be quick.
I'm gonna sit on the ground. So I'm not
Yeah,
standing.
I'm gonna...
And who do you pick first?
It's gotta be Smoke Boy, I think.
Okay.
I'm gonna just position his body and...
Sarah's gonna have fucking PTSD from any time I touch this thing.
and I will just close his eyelids and place my finger over his eyes.
Fantastic. So are you doing the last memory first?
Yes.
Correct?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep.
So
That's usually the order.
yeah. All you see are his
boy.
hands and this right in front of your face, shaking, with tears falling from it, staining this.
Do I feel any different now that I'm up? Do I feel the same? Feel normal?
You still feel like Bossamar Nesgrim.
Nice.
I totally want to search these bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Particularly, I'd like to see if either of them had a pass on them that isn't a pass that I would be in possession of.
Okay, yeah. If you guys all want to make investigation checks, and then for me, we'll do the percentile rolls afterwards. Don, if you want to read that aloud.
I'm not gonna make an investigation.
Yeah, this is
check.
gonna be a mind fuck.
Yeah, I guess I wouldn't either because I'd be sitting on the ground trying not to move.
Okay, so we'll resolve this first.
My beloved brother, I hope this letter finds you well and does not interrupt your studies in the library. Forgive me, but I must ask for your help. A pair of sisters have developed a sudden illness and are unfit to complete their normal duties. I even require the assistance of a small band of adventurers to maintain the daily operation, and have requested that they seek out the old plague doctor. Only he could help. I am desperate, Augustine. If you could please spare a few days away from the sanctum, I would be indebted. I cannot wait to see you again. I am so proud of you for all your devoted service. Your loving sister, Lauren. So that's fucking cursed.
Lawrence, since you are searching that one's body in
And
particular.
I rolled a 16. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you find literally that note rolled up in a bag on his person. And then roll a percentile die for me. Billy, you said you wanted to take the chakrams.
Yeah.
Okay, so each are effectively the stat block of a short sword, where it is a d6.
Nice. Super translatable.
I mean, yeah, and it's also worth
So-
money to sell.
Were they each carrying 2 of them?
Yes.
Wow.
So there's 4
Does anybody
total.
want a chakram? Because I can't use 4.
I'll take one.
79.
For the percentile? Okay.
you go.
Roll a d20, please.
That thing destroyed your neck.
Yeah, it's rough. You hear how I sound now? It's terrible.
Hopefully they'll go
10?
away.
Need a cough drop.
I only use bones.
For cough drops?
No, for weapons.
Oh.
I have this. It's a stick.
Give me literally 1 second while I look up the visual of this one.
Oh boy.
I'm sitting on the floor just in shock at this point.
So he's searching as I am currently. Okay. So they wouldn't have known what I saw then, yet.
But I did find this.
Correct.
Yeah,
he
you have the
literally
physical
finds
one.
it on
Yeah.
his person.
Yep.
Want a little forgetful juice?
Nesgrim.
Oh, yes, please.
Actually, I was offering to Retor. You already accepted it.
Yeah, I sure did. And I drank some.
Get more.
Alrighty, that's actually pretty fucking badass looking.
Cool.
What?
You're Batman.
Yup.
What is that?
It's a mask.
The eyes of the eagle.
That makes me think of the eagle mask from Majora's Mask.
Oh yeah.
You lead around the animals.
Oh, that's the worst though.
Again, should be in D&D Beyond for the full item stat block. Did you distribute the chakrams, Billy, or did you keep them all? Did no one want
I
them?
gave one to Nesgrim because he wanted one.
Okay.
Who else wants a chakra?
Oh, so one if no one else wants it.
Okay. Are you taking one, or because I would say that he would be asking as you're concluding your ritual.
Sure, I can use it to cut up bodies.
Okay. Don't need to tell me that.
I'm going to tell you that. It
Okay.
will be much easier than the bone dagger to cut through bone.
So you come out of your vision, Ether.
Well, this is not great. This appears to be the brother of Sister Lauren.
What?
What?
She
That does
asked.
seem to be the case.
Oh, you have the letter. I saw it in my vision.
It was on his body.
It would make sense.
Perhaps you can look into the other one while...
Yes, while
Our
we read the
friends.
note. Yes. And
So
I'll
you literally
flip
want
to
to read
the
it?
other body and pull his eyelids down and place my hand over his face.
Yeah. So the last memory that you see of this man is he and the other figure standing amidst alleyways, watching over the burnt home foundation and watching and trailing as Corin steps through, enters the framework, begins digging in the snow. You watch as he turns towards the man that you saw and identified as Sister Lauren's brother and point over at him. And you watch as the two men begin to walk quietly over towards Corin, ambushing him, blinding him with light. Not like actual sunlight, but using light to daze and dazzle him, and then both leaping towards him and attacking him. And then you see Corin kind of disperse in this black mist and float away.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And the two of them trailing after the black mist.
Quick question for you. Are any of the capitalizations versus not capitalizations relevant on this?
What?
Of course it is.
Because I noticed there's...
Yeah, I noticed that too.
I don't know.
Just as a side
Definitely don't work
question,
in this game. It's fine.
the metal of this chakram, is it like just like an iron? Is it a steel?
It's like an iron and then coated with a steel around the blade.
Okay.
Same with the blades of the three wreathing flames that protrude out from it, so you have silver.
Sweet. I can see them waiting for Corin to ambush him. They attacked and blinded you with some kind of light, and then you turned to smoke and came back here very quickly?
Yes, I tried to flee. I was hoping they would not be able to follow me, but I was not able to stay in that form for long.
Why would Sister Lauren have wanted you dead? Or dead again?
I do not know.
That is very concerning.
Perhaps she did not know that this would happen.
Perhaps I am curious as to why she would have sent us to Corin unless she wanted to use it. Perhaps she might have attacked him inside the walls if she had not been charmed by him. I am unsure. Okay. I pull out the chakrams and just slice their heads off.
Cool.
Nice.
I'm in shock, so it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Nothing.
Get that on a
Nothing
t-shirt.
phases you
Just
anymore at this
pull
point.
out the peeler.
I've ruined one of them, so like seeing one of their heads chopped off really shouldn't bother me that much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's going to take time.
So I'm gonna walk over to Retora. Stand up. I should be kind of settled in. I shouldn't be so shaken anymore. So I'm gonna walk over and go, Retora, I'm sure you had something to do with me coming back.
It was Corin.
Yeah,
He
I
brought you back.
yes, I doubt Corin would bring me back on his own. I'm sure
No,
someone.
not at all.
Don't worry, I
I
understand.
was saying
just
we
over
should
here.
grind you up into mulch.
I understand. I doubt anyone else here would have pleaded on my behalf, so thank you.
Please stop dying.
I promise I'm doing my best. I promise I'm doing my best, but
We really just
imposed
didn't want
a
to see you
duel
go before
on
you
the
had
guy.
a chance to go on that date.
oh yes, I must go see. Oh, what was her name again?
Nivara.
Nivara, that was it.
What a fucking name.
Nesgrim the Thirsty continues.
As I'm just whistling and skinning, like ripping the flesh from these heads, I was just going to say hi very awkwardly and then take you across the river had we not done this.
I did say you all should go quite quickly.
Yes,
Oh.
I assumed that you would want this taken care of first, or perhaps you would like to just have their skulls to lock away in your chest.
How's Maribel?
I mean, Maribel's just kind of like sitting shaken in the corner, just looking at all of you now, just like her eyes closed but kind of peeking.
She's like, oh, this is terrible.
Yeah, because
Oh.
every once in a while she opens her eyes and sees a different horrifying, unnerving thing. It's like, oh, why would I look? Oh, why do I keep doing this? It's like a train wreck. You have to
Yeah.
look.
I'm gonna also use lay on hands and heal myself for 5.
Okay. Is that the full value of your pool now?
Yep.
Because 5 to Corin, 5 to you, 5 to you again. Or 5 to Yalumla. Okay.
Into Corin's mind while he's skinning ahead. Yeah, well, he's, just
Peeling it.
peeling the
Could
skin
use
right
the
off that
whistling
head.
inside.
Just blowing the skin
Blowing
off.
the skin right off of it.
I put my mouth over his and blow it up like a balloon.
Into Corin's mind. You seem to think that we should hurry away. Do you have reason to believe that there's more danger?
I do not know how the awakened communicate with one another. I know that they travel in pairs.
If there is more danger, then perhaps you as well should vacate this place.
Yes, I had plans to take Maribel, somewhere safer than here. I hope I have an idea for helping her.
Do you think you will ever be able to return to here after this?
I believe should I possibly hide things well enough, this could look, he just kind of looks over at the casket full of skulls. Probably not, no, actually. There's far too much for me to hide. I believe I must just, abandon this place
Where
and
will
attempt
you
to
go?
find a new home. First I must take Maribel deep into the Fellwood and bargain with the hags.
Do you think that will work?
I can think of nothing else to save my daughter.
What will you bargain? Never mind. You're talking to him in your head, right?
I believe that Ether spoke of bargains when he read the Ciel. It did not go so well for her.
I know, but I see no other option for restoring my daughter to what she should be, and I don't care about payment anymore.
Perhaps you could tell me what else you know of the sisters, the names that you have found, while Ether finishes up here. Should we not see each other again, it might be best that we know all that we are able before we part.
I know only that there was rumor of Sabrina when she was permitted to the sanctum and passed on her directory of the orphanage, that she did not remain in the sanctum long. I do not know where she went, but Carolyn was quite close with Isabel, and Isabel could not... Her letters could not reach her in the sanctum. Wherever Sabrina went, it was not there, or was not there for long.
Do you think that it is related to these awakened ones that came seeking you?
It could be. I suppose you could say the limited knowledge that we have of the awakened is that they serve a vital purpose to the sanctum. Most of them function other roles inside of the city, hidden and discreet in plain sight. Most of them live lives that would not draw attention to them once they have been awakened.
So these tattoos are something else?
These tattoos I have not seen on other awakened before, but I have never seen awakened myself up close, only those that I have been told to beware of. And those men did not bear these tattoos. I do not know what these markings mean.
Of course.
They look fresh.
Perhaps for this very purpose?
Perhaps it... And he just kind of like leans over the one that you're skinning and just kind of inhales deeply.
Smells good.
It is far too fragrant to be...
Ambrosia.
Yes. Far too delectable to be something of inconsequential financial value. Whatever these men are bathed in.
If you are going to relocate and you do not believe that you can hide the evidence of your being here, you seem to think that putting Amber's skull in that coffin would keep her as she is currently.
There is something about this dirt, and he just kind of slowly descends his hand and digs up part of it once more and lets it fall through his fingers. And then he points over towards the area of the casket, and you see vines breaking through, lapping at the blood as it pools on the dirt. Almost like if you were to see a creature digging below it and the dirt grows and turns and begins to part and rubble as fragmented pieces begin to shift and shake like tremors. Something about this dirt not only consumes actual life itself, but... And he points over to where Ether is working, and you can see that the dead men, for where they rest in the dirt, you can see that the dirt shakes around the perimeter of them, almost like it's vibrating.
Have I seen anything like that?
Nope, the area where you were was not rampant with death. As far as you know. But here it sure is.
It's always the whispers.
And unfortunately, I just added 1 to its body count.
Yes, you did.
And then got back up. So did I subtract that 1 or does it stay there?
It subtracts. It didn't eat you yet.
Are there
We gotta go.
are there others like Amber that are being stored here for this purpose?
No, I have not claimed the lives of any of the others that I have known. Only ones that they had chosen. I was able to get to some of them before they were, well, changed.
Is there anything that we can do to make sure that her skull is not recovered from this place?
Well, at the bottom of the casket is not wood. It will feed and take what is enchanting her and drain it.
Do you think that that will have happened already?
It might. It usually does not take long to feed. Whatever it is.
So there's vines lapping up the blood next to the casket.
Mm-hmm.
Can I approach the casket in a way that's not near the vines?
Yeah, and they're not like far or high up it.
Sure,
they would only
just
maybe
like-
be a few inches, like protruding out, like tendrils.
Like
Flat.
sprouts.
Yes.
Would I still be able to find the skull that...
You would
is
associate
hers?
with Amber's. Yeah, I mean, as you look through, you no longer see one that looks like it possesses Amber's facial features or hair, as though it
Okay.
has been consumed.
Sure.
Yeah, because you would also recognize the marking since I stabbed her in the forehead, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sure,
you,
is there
you,
one
You
that's
find a
broken through?
skull, yes, that has a blunt force trauma style wound right here in the center of the
And the
forehead.
walls down here are what?
The walls are along the bottom. It's very similar to ours, where it has like some stone laden structure and then
I gotcha.
dirt.
I'm gonna pull that skull out and place it against the wall and stomp it into a bunch of pieces.
Yeah, so you smash the shit out of the skull and a bunch of little skeletal fragments remain, and that's it.
I'm gonna throw them to the vines that are in the dirt.
Very good. Yeah, you watch as the vines just kind of curl around, gripping, and then the dirt parts
And it pulls it down.
and they descend.
I never thought I'd be happy to see that.
Me neither. But whatever it is impartial to what it feeds on.
I hold up 2 freshly cleaned skulls. Do you want this in the box, or should I banish their souls?
I don't think they deserve banishment.
No? For what they did?
No. Some punishments deserve to be, and he just kind of looks at himself, eternal.
That's pretty eternal. They'll be stuck in limbo forever,
Limbo, you say?
unable to cross the river. I am the only one that can guide them. If I banish them, they are trapped.
You have seen Limbo?
It's what I call it. I'm not certain that that is what it is, but I have seen the wisps of other unfortunate souls caught there, unable to cross. It is simply what I refer to it as.
Very well. Send it to your Limbo.
Banishment it is. And I pull out my stuff and place the first skull on there and ignite the flames below it. And
Okay.
close my eyes and huff in that skull smoke.
And the limbo rock begins to play.
Yeah, so you all watch as these fumes kind of gather around the chin and jawline of Ether, and he inhales deeply, and you watch vapors slide through his nose and his eyes close, and he shakes almost like tremors. Which one would you like to do first?
I'm gonna do Smoke Man again.
So Lauren's brother.
Yeah, Lauren's brother. Yep.
Okay, yeah. So you see this man, not with his white robe on. You see him simply in a gray vest and brown pants and brown boots, just kind of gazing off into the distance. He does not have tattoos on his face.
You are Lauren's brother?
And he just kind of turns towards you. How do you know my sister, sir?
We met her in the orphanage. We helped her.
I suppose you're part of that band, then.
We are.
Thank you for helping her. I wish I could have.
Why did you do what you did here today?
What did I do?
You attacked the plague doctor, as described in her letter to you.
He is a monster.
Why do you say that?
Have you looked at him, sir?
It is not what is on our surface that makes us a monster. It is what is inside. And I just wave my hand and banish his soul.
Cool. Yeah. You watch as he fades away from your vision, and your eyes open.
If you'd like to crush this.
Gonna do the same thing.
Yep.
Physical banishment.
Yeah, just take the next one, pop it on,
Mm-hmm.
ignite the flame.
And you see this man again, same attire. Like I said, bald. Not fully bald, but very short, buzzed black hair. A short black beard, green eyes. And he's just kind of standing here, also looking off into the distance, confused.
Why have you done what you did here today?
I don't know who you are.
It is not relevant.
You are not who I expected to see here.
And who did you expect to see?
Close the door.
Funny how that works, doesn't it?
I suppose so.
Why did you attack the plague doctor?
Didn't think I needed a reason. I was told.
Who told you?
Why should I tell you? I don't even know who you are.
My name is Ether, and I will decide your fate today.
I think my fate has been decided, sir.
It appears it has. And I just...
Yeah, and as you lift your arm, he turns and begins to walk away in the direction of what you know is rushing water. You don't understand what you're doing. And you watch as his figure vanishes from your sight, disappearing into an ethereal mist. And your eyes open.
And another one for you.
That's spooky.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm gonna destroy both of these skulls and scatter the fragments into the dirt where the vines are at.
Okay, yeah, and you watch as, again, vines, the majority of the earth that is soiled and stained with this blood from this man who has obviously fallen off of the casket and being, consumed as well. You watch as the skull fragments are also... The dirt peels apart, and small sapperling-like vines grip them tightly and pull them beneath. You, when Ether performs his rituals in this closed, vacuous space, get a horrifyingly familiar visualization as the fog, the smoke from his brazier reminds you of what happened before you woke up, as though the air itself feels familiar. That same, I guess we'll say, not odor, but consistency of his smoke feels similar to the fog that rolled in your dream.
Weird.
Mm-hmm.
So, I think it's time for us to go.
Yes, perhaps.
They said nothing useful. Simply that they were doing what they were told. They did not say by who.
It is unfortunate.
They are useless.
Perhaps we shall...
They didn't say why they attacked.
We could ask Sister Lauren ourselves.
I don't think we should tell Sister
Hey,
Lauren
we killed
that
your
we've...
brother. Why did he attack us?
I don't believe we should tell Sister Lauren that we've killed another person who is close to her.
Maybe people close to Sister Lauren should stop trying to kill us.
I would agree with you. I don't think we should tell her that.
True.
I am unsure if, based on this letter, it is Sister Lauren's fault that this happened. Perhaps she simply notified interested parties that the plague doctor was in town
And still alive.
and they were following other orders.
It's possible.
It does not seem like she...
While they're talking about this, I'm going to turn to Corin and to his mind.
Mm-hmm.
If you are going to go north into the Fellwood, and you are going to vacate this place, perhaps I could have the notes that you have taken here,
My journals.
in case you do not return. Fear that perhaps we are in this too deep. Someone may need to continue your work.
Indeed. I must concentrate on Marybell's salvation and sadly put aside these sisters for now. You are welcome to it.
I'm going to begin gathering them.
I will, should I return, assist you in whatever way that I can.
I would appreciate that.
These sisters do not deserve life or death. They deserve, as your friend has said, banishment.
I agree. I believe they are a danger to the people of this city.
Indeed they are. And he just kind of stands up and he walks over towards Marybell and he extends his hand down towards her and she kind of gingerly extends and takes his palm and he assists her up. And you can see now the areas in which he was injured have completely healed. And he just encases her in his white robe.
So cool.
And she vanishes from your sight.
He's so cool.
Ah.
I suppose you'll be leaving then.
I am sorry that I have drawn you into this vicious part of the city.
I fear we've drawn you into it as well.
Life has always been vicious in my eyes.
Be safe.
I will try, child. Thank you. And he begins walking her towards the door, and you can see that he is like effectively squeezing and elevating her in his arm.
As he's walking out, I hold out I can't remember the word for it, effectively the fist weapon.
Chakram.
The chakra.
Chakram. I hold that out to him. Corin, would you like this? Or Diabolist, would you like this?
No, I would recommend you keep those hidden.
Noted.
Do not sell them.
Oh.
Noted.
I'm gonna, in my
Church
bag,
weapons.
pull out a piece of
That's why I didn't want one.
bone
Cursed?
jewelry
Church weapons.
from my bag and cast light on it.
Mm-hmm.
Corin.
Mike.
Yes.
I pull out my bone jewelry and cast light on it. For Marybell.
Thank you. Light of my life she is. And you watch as he just kind of slightly opens his robe and drops it down in, and you see this light just kind of like illuminating underneath his chin. That won't do. And he just seals it. Not a big fan of light, but I must hurry before the sun rises.
I turn the light off.
Very good. Thank you.
Sorry.
the writing that he had on the walls in this area, are they like carved into the walls?
Yeah. They're like engraved at like the edges of where the stone would conclude. Yes. They're carved into the stone
You could do,
itself.
like,
They're carved into the stone.
Yes. He used his nails.
I was gonna say you could use like a piece of paper and like the
Trace them.
yeah.
I'm gonna summon the blade in some sort of fashion that I
Okay.
believe would be good for destroying these.
Sure.
Or defacing them to some degree.
Like the kind of blunt face of like a warhammer, theoretically, because if you wanted to try to break the stone and just like crack the area in which they occupy.
Yeah, I'd like to get the writing off of these walls.
Yep. Yeah, I'll say that it takes you a few moments, but yes, you guys are all in the area once more, and you see the ethereal blue pale light that kind of encases Yalumlo's sword. And you watch, it almost looks as though the metal itself melts away. And the pale light seals the metal and then reshapes into the face of a warhammer.
Oh.
I just raise a bone. Can you do that with this?
I do not think so.
That would make my job much easier. That is fine. And I just
Corin,
put the leg bone back in my...
Yes, boy.
is there anything I should know about how I was revived? I remember falling unconscious. Is there anything I should know about my current being?
Your friend Ritora saved you, not me. You watch as he opens the door.
Okay.
And he steps out into the landing.
Okay.
And you hear the door shut. And you hear footsteps echoing up.
Okay.
And you're all standing here.
We should probably go.
We should
Yeah,
get
when I
the fuck
finish
out of
breaking
here.
this down,
Mhm.
and then
Like I said, a few minutes would go by.
Chakrams? You gotta dispose of them somehow.
I'm gonna hide mine in my cloak somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Can I look at mine?
Yeah. So it's got like almost a straight bar for the
Yeah.
handle where it is padded for the palm itself. It extends out in metal again. It is not sharpened, and then as it hedges the curvature,
Yeah.
it sharpens. So like it's slightly sharp, really sharp. But again, the three spokes of three flames that breathe out, they are kind of forged, like smelted onto them. And they are also in silver. So the blade itself looks like it is iron, and then it becomes like a silver coating around the edges,
Okay.
as though metallurgy was used to forge these together and encase them with silver.
I'll let you finish first.
Can druids use metal weapons? No, right?
You
We
won't
can't-
wear armor made of metal, and you
Yeah.
will not use metal weapons either, as far... Or no, because
I don't-
I don't remember, honestly.
I don't.
It'd be something to look up. I know
Yeah.
definitively that they won't use metal or shields made of metal, or armor or
I would have
shields
to
made of
assume
metal.
weapons follow suit.
Probably.
That's
but-
why quarterstaffs.
Yeah, clubs and things like that,
Yeah.
slings. But yeah, genuinely, off the top of my head, don't remember.
Yalumlo,
Yes.
is this something that you think Clark might purchase?
We were told not to sell these.
Yes, but Clark seems to deal in things that are perhaps less than savory.
I think for now it would be best if we kept this to ourselves.
Then if someone else would like to hold this, I have never committed a crime and would like to not start with this.
I
You just stabbed a guy.
suppose I'll hold that one as well then.
Self-defense.
He never touched you.
He attacked a friend.
Yeah, so I'm gonna hide both of them then under my cloak.
Thank you.
and
welcome.
I'm gonna gather fragments of the stone that I've broken,
Okay.
with the intent that there would not be a way to restore
Repiece
this
it.
to figure out what was written here.
Absolutely. Yeah, you store a few chunks in your bag, adding a couple of pounds of weight to you, but not anything that would,
Yeah, we
I
can
would assume, push
figure
you
out
to
the details of
encumbrance.
that later.
Yep.
Cool.
You're all standing here, and
Let's go. I think it's time for us to leave.
I want to make sure I have enough maggots in my little
Yeah.
jar
So you kneel down and collect a few more maggots,
with the dirt, not just the maggots.
getting the dirt in.
I don't have to establish that I get the dirt along with the
Okay,
magnets.
sure.
I think I know
Yeah,
now.
we would be assuming that you would do both of
Yeah.
those details together. Yeah. So you kneel down, collect as you push in a few more fragments.
And I'm just gonna turn to Nesgrim. Don't make me use this.
Okay, I won't. I don't know what you would use that for, but I don't want to know either, so I won't.
You slept. It's the
You slept in it just
Last
last
night.
night.
Oh, yes, that's
few
right.
hours
That's
ago,
right.
you
I
woke
forgot
up
about that.
2 deaths ago.
That's right. I die so frequently, it's hard to keep track.
If I've gathered all the notes and the pieces of stone, I'm going to start heading for the door. And
Okay.
I'm going to turn back before I head out the door.
It has been a couple of days since the accident. Beyond the wall, I think perhaps I should return to my home. Figure out a couple of things.
right. Where's your home?
I'm staying here in Slums West.
Would you mind terribly if we stayed with you?
Your home is, not the size to
Yeah.
accommodate
Okay.
multiple people.
I mean, I
these
got
are
Yeah,
effectively-
and I was going to say,
I have an arrangement with an innkeeper. I do not think that I could afford the space.
Understood.
We should probably check back in with.
Luna?
No.
Oh, that's right. That was a bar, not a...
and I would tell them where. I don't want to dig through my notes because
Sure.
we're coming up on the end. But
Yeah.
that way they know
The
where to
Toasted
find
Lady.
me.
In Slums West.
Correct.
Okay.
So, as we make our way towards the door in what was Corin's basement, Ritora, as you are kneeling here, collecting dirt, pushing maggots, and you extend the vial up towards Nesgrim and say, "Do not make me use this," you feel slightly crawling up your leg, a gripping sensation, squeezing at your calf and your shin. And we will conclude there.
Oh, Jesus. Whew. Well,
Oh, I took the death away from them. Yes, you did. No.
A life is owed.
The vines don't like you.
The vines didn't like me from the beginning.
well, we're alive, or rather, mostly alive. You're technically not alive.
What?
And he's not undead.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I was asking Corin if, like, I should know
he's
anything.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good. That's
no,
why I
there
want...
was. I don't want to. I
There's
don't
the
know
power
what.
of friendship.
Yeah. I don't
power of
know
friendship.
exactly what Corin did, but I believe
I have
Revivify uses a diamond
Correct.
as
Oh,
the
okay.
component. So
That makes sense. Fair enough.
Thank you, Corin, for... thank you, Corin and Ritora, for saving my life.
Yeah,
Thank you for having a 20 in his reputation.
Yeah, true.
Genuinely, he
Yeah.
would not have done that had you guys not capped his reputation.
Yeah. Had she not said it, given the reasons that she gave, I'd have killed you. Because
Thanks.
I like.
He would have made sure you stayed dead.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to unnecessarily save people because that's such a honor for Aether.
I understand.
So
You can't dilute it. You
Yeah.
can't waste it on everybody or it doesn't mean as much.
Yeah.
I understand.
anyway, friends, thank you very much for watching. If you're new here, make sure you follow so you can find us again. We're live 3 to 4 times a week. We will be live on Wednesday with Princess of the Apocalypse tomorrow. And if you want to talk about Friday briefly, we've got a special.
Yeah, super fun thing this Friday. We were going to announce it on Sunday, but sadly Kelsey was sick, and she is ideally going to be fine for Friday. If not, I'll fucking make her do it anyway, because she's going to DM a Miznax one-shot. She is happily calling it Miznax's Meat Grinder. We will be an all-goblin brigade digging in the caves for shinies for Miznax. It will be her first time DMing. She is incredibly excited. I have been assisting her slightly in how to do prep work in preparing for a one-shot.
Oh, so we're all gonna die.
Yeah, crafting some, horrifying things for us to discover deep in the dark in the caves. But hopefully there's shinies at the end of that tunnel. If not, it might be a worm. Didn't give you any hints. Fuck it. But she'll probably kill us several times, so we'll prepare multiple characters.
Oh, shit. I hadn't considered that.
Many support goblins.
Probably, yeah, because I would genuinely consider doing the support goblin-y stuff, so this way it's a meat grinder for a reason.
Yeah, I can leave that stuff up.
Yeah. We will do our best to get through Kelsey's horrifying brain and survive, if possible.
Yeah.
Most likely not.
It's gonna be fucking awesome. I think you guys will really enjoy it. I'm very excited. I've come up with a hilariously terrible character that John and I talked about. Very excited to.
I'm very proud of him.
Very excited to play. Legitimately a character that I would consider using the concept for in an actual campaign at some point. Oh no!
Just terrified Sarah real quick.
If you're new here, you can go to our website, NotGreatRPG.com, to find out more about us. We've got lists of all of our campaigns. We've got text recaps for the main ones. They also get put on YouTube and turned into a podcast, one of 2 podcasts that you guys can go listen to. So we're very accessible content-wise that you can catch up and watch more stuff from us. So we'll be live. Yeah, do it sooner rather than later. So we will be live tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern, Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern, and then Sunday we will be live earlier in the day. We were going to have to cancel, but we've managed to shift it earlier in the day because we have plans during the evening. So we will be live at 1 p.m. Eastern time instead of 6. So it is a 5-hour shift backwards for Tales of Setendor. So I hope you guys will all join us for that. Thank you guys very much for watching tonight. We will see you all tomorrow evening for my new character, because I'm dead. Yay!
That's right.
Yeah. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, friends.
Good night.
Goodbye.